Welcome to Tough Crit, presented by the Brave Boys, I should say. Welcome to our D&D stream. Today we're going to be playing a little one-shot, kind of still testing the Twitch waters and getting everything figured out in that respect. So yeah, we're going to run a little one-shot. I don't know if any of you tuned in last week, last Tuesday I think it was, when we did our first one-shot. This will be all new characters, and it actually takes place roughly 3,000 years before that one, but in the same setting. To stay updated on future stream news and all of that business, you can follow us on pretty much any social media. We are on Facebook as The Brave Boys. We are also on Twitter as The Brave Boys.
As Brave Boys Live.
Brave Boys Live. Mm-hmm. We also have Tough Crit, which is specifically for this show, on Twitter as well.
And Instagram.
And Instagram. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing and how things are going, then that's the place to do it. And on that note, are you guys ready to jump in here in a second? Well, here, let's go around and we'll start here with San, and we'll go around the table and have you guys just kind of say who you are, who you're playing, and what's up.
My character's name is Winter. She's a white dragonborn cleric. She looks kind of like an alligator, or a cartoon dinosaur from a show.
From a show with or without babies. They
went to Paris once.
Yeah. You might know them from Paris. They let the dogs out, maybe? I'm not sure.
Man.
It's a song.
Alright, moving down the line.
My name is Miranda. I'm playing Rhalka. She is a Goliath barbarian. She's the one with the pretty rat mohawk. Face tattoos?
How do we spell Rhalka? Because I give a shit.
Okay. Rhalka.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, we'll move over to Fernando.
Goliath, remember.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Stay on top of your companion's notes. You never know what can go wrong.
My name's Fernando Garcia. I'm playing a half-orc monk, level 5. His name is Zaren.
Whoa, Doug.
Yeah.
Zaren.
You know, like that non-evil company.
Did not name my own character.
I'm guessing I'm somewhere around 5 feet something, but...
You're a half-orc, dude. You're probably like 6'5".
Yeah, that's true. Probably more like 6 something.
Don't sell yourself short. Love me.
Moving on to Brad.
I am Brad McKenzie of the Brave Boys, and I did not name my character because my first name is Raythian.
One thing you might want to know about our world is there are no buses, but Brad does like to throw people under them. No matter what.
Carriages.
Raythian Majkinzai is my name. I am a drow sorcerer, so I'm going to be throwing a little fire around.
I'm Taylor Kane Higginbotham, my social security number.
Redacted.
Is a long beep sound. I'm a Kenku rogue, and my name is Chuckle.
Aww.
Yeah. Once again, I'm Cameron Holt, and I will be your master of ceremonies for the evening, because I'm still not sure about vocabulary usage.
2 words.
On that, we're going to jump right in as soon as the song restarts.
Dope.
The soft sapphire glow of the arcane lanterns dimly light the chamber. The smell of lavender and sage intermingle in the still air. You stand at the center of a large tile mosaic with a complex golden inlay meticulously crafted, displaying runes you don't quite understand, outside of maybe Raythian over here.
It must be bad.
In front of you, you see 5 marble steps leading up to a raised platform upon which sit the 5 kings of Vasikker. Their thrones reach toward the high ceiling of the court, each having its own unique and elaborate design, varying based on where they come from. And each of you has been brought here from a separate kingdom of Vasikker to take your place in front of the kings and hear what they have to say. King Yormund of Berkavia, an older half-elf man with long silver hair and an even longer white beard, sits up in his throne and kind of straightens his green and silver robes a little bit before leaning forward. Welcome, heroes. First, I would like to thank each of you for answering the call of your kings. Rhalka, Moonrider of Rookstead. For you, and he kind of waves his hand, and a small armored figure, which you all know to be knights of the court of the 5 kings, brings this over to you.
Sick.
Winter, the Frostfang of Vasikker. Another little person hobbles over with a large jar, and you hear liquid kind of sloshing as he brings it over.
What was Winter's King? I'm sorry.
Winter's King? I don't think I said his or her name. Yes.
Okay. That means I don't have to write it down.
You're not sure. The only one we have so far is King Yormund of Berkavia.
Yeah.
Chuckle, the Dreamwalker of Host. And he hands you a small bead. Raythian Mage Kinzai,
Yes.
the Salamander of Elderbluff.
That's me. Slimy.
Somebody brings over a pair of boots to you.
Do not mind these.
Last but certainly not least, a Zaren the Fist of Berkavia.
That's what they know me as.
And they bring you some boots over as well. And we'll say that they give you the time to kind of look at these items, and he briefly describes what each of them are for you. So for Rhalka, I believe that is the axe, Berserker axe, yes. And for Winter, we have the Alchemist's jar. For names,
Zaren.
names,
Zaren.
names. For Zaren, I'll get there. For Zaren, I believe you have the Boots of Speed.
Putting them on right now.
Hell yeah. And then
I float.
Raythian received Boots of Levitation.
I did indeed.
And Chuckle received a Beat of Force.
I float.
I mean, you can. You might want to read that a little more closely. At this point, King Yormund continues. Each of you were hand-chosen in the manner your king saw fit to be our champions. Your quest is to infiltrate the Temple of Zotha and retrieve the cerulean crystals contained within. I'm sure you're all wondering why we arranged this meeting with such cloak and dagger tactics. And to be frank, there is a threat the entirety of Vasikker that requires your help.
Oh, it's fine. I've had worse meetings.
We need your help to stop the Archmage Ellimorn. And at this point, the Golden Dragonborn, King Dar of Isimer, she kind of clears her throat, not very, in a not subtle way. At this point, King Dar, sorry, excuse me. She leans forward and states, Dear King Yormund, thank you. But Ellimorn is stripped of all titles within Isimer, yes? He is no Archmage, only Ellimorn. And,
You say
kind
only an immortal?
only Ellimorn is the name.
Ellimorn, sorry.
And King Yormund, kind of annoyedly, his head turns for a bit. Quite right. Thank you, King Dar. Former Archmage Ellimorn's power grows. He has discovered, or rather, stolen a very dangerous book. This book contains magical secrets that were locked away for the good of all living things. It is imperative that you find these crystals so that we may stop Ellimorn before he destroys us all. Do you have any questions before your transport?
The book?
Well, as I stated earlier, forgive me, it was Raythian. Well, you see, the secrets within this book.
Oh, just tell me what the book is called.
There is no title. It is bound in human flesh and contains secrets of dark necromancy that has been hidden away from the eyes of mortals for generations and for good reason.
It's exhausting.
Yes.
It's like my 8th grimoire this week.
The book.
Yes. The book is not so much your concern, so much as the crystals that we need retrieved. The cerulean crystals from the Temple of Zotha.
The crystals.
Yes.
I am to be asking, crystals are where?
The crystals, they're in the Temple of Zotha. We've already arranged for transport for the lot of you. Zotha, it is an ancient temple, you see, it lies within the Golden Sea. And it is to Zotha, the trickster god. And it said that these crystals are within, and that is what we need in order to stop Ellimorn. We have several archmages at work on a design that will implement these crystals to cut his power nearly completely.
Cut his power.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so they're all there. They're all there, and like we just got like one place to go.
Yes.
Oh, that whips. That's great. Yeah, that's super easy. Why us?
As I said, you've been specifically chosen by your kings for your valiant efforts in your past.
Past.
That's sweet of you. I announced to my king.
Your king, who is also a drow. Which I have his name, King Abeloth of Elderglyph, is your king. He kind of gives you a nod. Is there anything else that you would like cleared up before things get on their way?
What do we do if our gift is cursed?
Gift?
That seems like a good.
Oh, yeah, ignore that. Sorry. I should have specified. Ignore the cursed aspect, just take the beneficial parts.
Rad!
Yeah.
You were
Viewers at home, ignore the curse aspect.
It was regifted.
I was anxious.
No.
I got it secondhand. The curse is gone.
I already took the curse. Thought you could use this.
Oh, God. I'll take one.
Are there any more questions before we send you on your way?
How many crystals are in this temple?
Reports have been thin. I'm hesitant to say you're not the first group that we've asked to retrieve them.
Oh, fun!
Oh.
Excellent. So now I'm also not first choice.
Well, you see, before it was, I believe.
Oh, fewer kings? What's up?
I believe it was a group out of. Sorry, as I check my notes.
Do you like this?
First group.
That's an answer I actually got from this guy.
You're complaining?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm complaining.
I am to be thinking is dangerous.
Dangerous.
I believe the first group was out of Rookstead, and they were sadly unsuccessful. Or we assume so, they have not returned.
Not returned. Not returned?
No, but we did manage to get your exit well placed, so that you should only have to travel northwards
Oh, good.
once you arrive.
I am to be thinking we can do.
I mean, my dumbass king is making me do it, so I have to do it.
He kind of winces a little bit. You see as
This seems like some wackadoo shit, though.
Wackadoo shit, though.
and
Wackadoo?
you see as King Abeloth kind of winces at this.
Look, bad. We don't want to be doing this, but we're doing it. Thanks,
Oh,
kings.
right. I think they're ready. And as
Shut
he
up,
says
kings. What do we get from this? Yeah, you asked about questions. What do we get from this?
you get the honor of having saved the continent and all of the lives
Fucking
of
love
others.
honor.
Honor.
And whatever riches you find within the temple, you may keep.
Honor.
Sounds better.
As he says this, King Valatrice of Hoston, a female elf Her crown, like a wreath of vines curling around her elven ears, kneels down and touches a palm to the edge of the tile mosaic. There's a brief flash of violet light as the silver inlay on the floor glows, when suddenly the chamber fades to black. It feels as though the floor vanishes from beneath your feet and you're suddenly falling through a void.
I love Star Trek.
But then your feet make purchase on the ground again, as tall golden grass obscures your view. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw. First roll of the game.
First roll of the game. First roll of the game was a critical failure. Not a lie.
Critical failure. Not a lie.
Did you also fail? Okay. 2 natural
Whoa,
ones.
dude, we suck.
We suck.
18.
18.
4.
4.
21.
21. Okay, so Zaren and
Oh, wait, unnat 20, actually. I forgot math.
hell yeah, that's even better.
Oh, dirty 20s?
Dirty 20.
6.
Nice.
So,
Also a third person.
Can't land on his feet.
Zaren and Rhalka, you both land on your feet immediately with the golden grass kind of obscuring your view a little bit. As you push it away, you feel the thuds of the others landing around you. The two of you, you catch your ankles a little wrong. You each take 4 points of damage as you land.
Oh, shit!
Oh shit!
You don't take any damage, but you do fall prone, Winter, as you land.
Did we? You said 4 points. I'm sorry.
Yes, 4 points.
points.
Of damage.
Thank you.
So, you find yourselves in the middle of what was referred to as the Golden Sea. What would you like to do?
So we know we have to go north. Should we just
North.
Should we just head there, or
Are there any stars that might point north?
Make a survival check.
It's nat 20.
Natural
That's
20?
20.
Yeah, you can see the North Star.
put it up on the board? Not 20.
We're going that way.
Shit, you did a thing for that.
Calls his shot like Casey at the bat.
Yeah, you instantly find North.
Alright.
North Star is very apparent in the sky.
Cool. I'm gonna pick up the nearest person who fell next
Only
to
because
me.
you rolled a 20? Or would there be a cloud?
Yeah, actually,
Forms into an arrow.
you look up and it's a cloudy sky, very over forecast, but then the clouds almost part as if to show you the way, and you see the North Star there before you.
Well,
The
that's
shape of
creepy.
a D20.
I was never in the Boy Scouts. I don't know where fucking north is.
Yeah, we'll say that you start lifting Raythian up off of the ground.
I suppose. Thank you.
I suppose.
Why don't you use your boots?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you use your boots?
Oh, you can't. I don't wear my boots on my belly, yo. I just landed face first down.
Okay. After I pick them up, I tell them we're gonna go towards where the clouds cleared.
For sure.
So how tall is the grass that we're at?
So you guys, I believe all of you outside of Rhalka are pretty much average people size. Rhalka, you're a little bit taller than that. So we'll say it comes up to about your collarbone. Everybody else, your vision is obscured currently.
Okay. May I levitate and do a whatever you want to call it, perception or something?
Yeah,
Just gotta see
absolutely.
what's around us. Perception
Absolutely.
or survival, whatever you want to.
Yeah, so you click your heels together and activate your boots of levitation. And
Of course I do.
slowly, just kind of aimlessly drift above the ground. And your face pretty quickly gets above the grass if you would like to roll a perception check.
Sure. That makes it a 22.
22? Yeah, absolutely. You actually instantly see the looming stone structure of what you assume is the Temple of Zotha. It appears to be the only building in this area.
Okay. Do I see anything else around it? Do I see any
No,
kind of movement in the grass or anything like that? Or
So you do see off in the distance, probably a good
Raptors.
mile away, which the sun is just beginning to set at this point.
Beautiful.
As you guys are arriving. Off in the distance, you do see a large herd of silverback bison that just seem to be kind of grazing in the field. Occasionally, a couple of them will take off a little bit and do a little run, but then they slow back down and stay with the herd.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty pretty chill outside of that.
Okay. Be like, saw it. I found it with my hover boots.
Yeah, and you all see him as he's just lightly floating above the grass, pointing that direction.
Yeah, and it looks like everything is clear.
North.
So, you guys begin making your way north?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody just let me know what's happening. As long as you're all agreed. Don't delete the notes. Oh, no. Okay, this is fine. So, you guys make your way forward.
Do we hear that too?
Yeah.
Like
Is that in the
game?
ground?
Oh, the screaming cat?
The screaming cat,
Yeah,
do we hear that in game?
that's coming from
bison?
about 100 feet behind you.
It's like that scene from Jurassic
Or
Park.
yeah, that's what faraway bison sounds like. Grass!
Awful. Anything to get away from these. Why do I have to roll to go faster?
So, as you guys make your way forward, the grass becomes a little less unruly as you approach the temple. Different types of grass take over and intermingle. All a very kind of golden yellow, not like shimmering, but just a kind of flat gold color.
Is it difficult terrain?
It's
Just
not
in
difficult.
case we have to rush out of this temple?
No, it's not difficult. As you approach, you see the large stone structure in front of you. There are two large pillars that lead up over a brass. As you're approaching, it appears to be a brass doorway. But as you get closer, you don't see any type of handle or anything like that. But it is kind of carved or poured in the shape of kind of a bronze face, with its eyes closed and its mouth frowning and at rest. Yeah, that's what you guys see as you approach.
Can I get like eye to eye with this face?
Well, kind of. So the face is like the size of a doorway, almost.
Oh.
So the eyes are very large.
I'm just gonna
So it
get
looks
real
like
close then.
Okay.
Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Kind of, yeah.
For reference.
Excellent.
Yeah, but bronze. He was stone, right?
He was.
If I like
Rest in peace, he was.
kind of poke at the eyes, can I move them?
They don't appear to move. It appears to be solid metal. Some kind of sculpture. Everybody make me a perception check.
That puts me at
I have a 9 on that.
9.
4, but it was a nap.
17. 17 is mine.
Right, so a taller blade of the
Actually, I know, I'm
yellow
sorry.
brass kind of whips you
It's
in the eye
actually-
for a second.
It's actually 20, I'm sorry.
20?
21.
Yeah, 2021. So the two of you actually notice, you're so fixated on this eye, and you're just kind of closely inspecting it. As the two of you notice there's some sort of script written above the door. What languages do you guys speak?
Common, Elven, Draconic.
Common and Orin.
Arin.
Arin.
Right. You speak what again? I'm sorry.
Common, Elven, and Draconic.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually read this script. It appears to be written in Elven.
Okay. It makes sense. I am an elf.
Yeah.
But,
It reads, knock twice and enter.
I just go, don't worry, y'all. I'm on the case. I knock twice.
As you do, Winter, you
John.
kind of jump back as the eyes that you've been messing with slide open, and the face begins to animate, and it kind of stares straight ahead, but addresses all of you and says, "Who's there?"
I am to be Winter.
Winter. Who?
Winter.
And the face goes back to its resting position.
I tap it
Just once?
twice.
You tap it twice. It once again animates. Who's there?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Who's there?
It goes back to its.
I knocked twice.
Who's there?
Chuckle.
Chuckle who? It goes back to its resting position.
I knocked twice.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Who's there? Who? once again goes back to its resting position.
Is this saying this in Elvish or in Common?
Speaking in common,
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to it and knock twice.
it once again animates. Who's there?
Rhalka,
Rhalka.
Moon Rider.
The face once again goes to its resting position.
I am to be thinking is riddle?
I knock twice.
It opens its eyes once again.
And what does it say?
Who's there?
I just kind of sit back and watch this.
Rhalka.
Rhalka.
Moonride.
It once again goes to its resting position.
I knock twice.
It once again animates.
And?
Who's there?
It's Raythian Mashkanzai. Can I?
Raythian Mashkanzai.
Yes, I'm also an elf. Just let me in.
It once again goes to its resting position.
Balls!
Who's there?
I am to thinking have idea? And I tap it twice.
It once again animates. Who's there?
Banana.
Banana. Who?
Oh shit, it's a
I
knock
knock
joke.
again.
God damn it.
You knock again.
I tap again.
It kind of like twitches a little bit, one of the eyes.
Oh my god, I just got the riddle. I'm so mad.
Banana.
Banana. And it twitches as you tap it as you're talking. Who's there?
Orange.
Orange. Who?
Orange, you're right, I didn't say banana.
And as he laughs, the mouth expands and opens,
Oh my-
and you see a brief glimpse that you could probably fit inside if you tried.
I try.
All right. As he rushes through the open, gaping mouth, he makes it inside. What are you guys doing?
I rush in.
I jump.
Everybody in?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Rhalka, are you going or are you staying outside? So as everybody else jumps through, you have about a 6-second period as everyone else is inside.
Go.
Alright. You kind of actually make me an acrobatics check. Acrobatics or athletics, whichever you would like.
That's not where that is. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna go athletics and we're gonna say 15.
15? Okay, so as you kind of action roll through the mouth just as it's closing, you make it to the other side and find yourself inside of a small...
Does she have to reach back and grab a hat that previously fell off?
are you wearing a hat, or do you have anything on you that could fall off?
Just wondering.
Should have brought an indie. But
Thanks for checking.
Just in case. I was gonna help her with the hat.
here, we'll say you roll through the door and then reach back and grab your axe that was newly gifted to you and pull it through just before the door closes.
John Williams plays, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay, so you find yourselves inside of a small stone room.
Weren't you glad I didn't say banana?
With a
I
kind of
can't believe it took me that long to see that. That is so good. That's so good.
So there's kind of a soft yellowish orange glow as you see these kind of arcane orbs floating in the corners of the room as you enter. I think I said before the room was small, I misspoke. This is actually a very large domed room. And inside, you see there are 3 pillars kind of stationed in the center of the room, kind of in a line. And all around you on the stone dome that kind of lifts up maybe about 50, 60 feet ahead, you see these strange relief carvings of various different types of elves and these strange like elephant-like races and different types of humanoids that just blanket the walls almost all the way up.
Can I, I'm sorry, may I do a check to see if I recognize any of the elves that are up there being a drow?
Yeah, roll a perception, or actually roll a history check.
History check. I have.
You can choose religion if you would like.
They are the exact same for me. It's still a 19 though.
Okay. You don't see anyone that you recognize.
Okay.
Nothing is really clear about the depictions. They are very well carved, but you don't see anything that's innately recognizable.
I tap Zaren and say, some important folks.
Are your ancestors?
No, probably not. Maybe. Who knows?
As you're kind of talking about these, and you guys are looking around and inspecting the different carvings, you also see across from the three pillars, kind of on the far side from where you entered. You've also all noticed at this point that the door that closed behind you, there is no doorway. You're just kind of in this stone room now. And across from you are several notches that have been just kind of slashed into the wall above
Like-
some of the carvings.
Like marks
Yes.
of time?
Like they look deliberately carved.
They look like someone was trying to cut out of here.
Do I see like inscriptions on any of these statues?
You do. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Draconic.
You can't read them, unfortunately. It's a
I
very-
speak Elven.
I will
Can
tap
read
them very loudly and gesture wildly around their.
I speak Elven. Can I read them?
Yes, you can. As you look up.
But do you?
You gotta think about this.
That's my Liv Tyler impression.
Sorry, I had a riddle written down for this, but I don't have it on me currently. It's
But do you have it in you?
always. Shut up.
I imagine people who are watching live are getting like a NFL live kind of the screen is being
Yeah, it's John Madden explaining a play. That which keeps the pin.
Sports guy.
yeah.
That which keeps the pin at play. ... This is a quote also. So it's in quotes. That's important. The mice, or the cats were probably already away. Is that what it is?
Play hangman.
Oh, fuck.
That's what you see. Scratched into the walls, written in Elven script, that which keeps the pin at play, and then
Blank.
several dashes beneath it.
So there's, what do we see on the three pillars that are in the...
So the three pillars, they actually have small
The
staircases.
entire alphabet.
They actually
That's
have-
super convenient.
They have small staircases that lead up the back of them. That's it. There's nothing on the pillars.
What do, if I look up the staircase, what do I see?
Looking up, you see the steps. You see the steps lead up to a soft. No, you see the steps lead up to a flat space on top. Probably roughly 5 feet.
Is
in
it like an external
diameter.
one or one that goes inside? I'm sorry, I'm just...
The steps. So the
Yeah.
steps. So there's like the pillar that reaches upwards, and
Oh,
then
and
the
there's
steps just kind of go up the back to a flat top.
And stay at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about 5 feet diameter on top of the pillar.
Okay. It's almost super conveniently one square.
Pretty much, yeah.
Uh,
Or one hexagon, if you will.
we are playing Hex. I hate diagonal rules for D&D. I hate the diagonal rules. I love Hex so much more.
So, what are you guys doing? Change the
Obviously,
music up a bit.
I'll get in character. Alright, so what it says is it's clearly some kind of riddle that it wants us to solve. Believe it or not, we have another riddle. Riddle Queen, might need your help again. Thank you for that first one. I don't think I have thanked you. So thank you for that first one. Great work. Yeah.
But
This one says, that which keeps the pin at play, and then has a bunch of blanks. Like, we have to figure out the letters. We're looking at one long word, 2-letter word, and a 5-letter word. But, yo no sé. I speak Elven and Spanish.
I am to be thinking we start with vowels?
vowels? Are these elven vowels or is this common?
I
It's
assume
written in
there's-
Elven.
Does the
yeah.
answer have to be in Elven?
You're not sure.
Now, the answer probably has to be in Elven, but you just tell me what we're going to talk about, and I'll go like, and we're good. But we do have to figure this out together, gang.
Can
I did say that out loud. I did speak Elven out loud, so I don't know if that does anything to what happened.
Can we
Okay.
see the dashes? Like, can all of us see the dashes?
Yes. You can all see the script as well. You just can't read it.
I am to be thinking is like game. You play as child to learn reading.
That which keeps the pen at play.
Thank you, Chuckle.
I am going to take a closer look, and I will go up to one of the pillars to look closer.
Okay. As you step up on top of the pillar, kind of a shimmer of bluish light surrounds you from the edges, before kind of fading and going back to being normal.
I put my hand out.
As you put your hand out, you find an invisible force
I
you
tap.
can't reach through. As you tap,
I am to be stuck.
nothing happens. You guys can hear her.
It's not a knock-knock thing again, is it?
I am to be trapped.
Oh, she's like locked inside of it?
Yeah, like a cylindrical wall of force has appeared around her, keeping her inside.
It's a game, I say.
I nervously like tap my claws together. Just. I am to be thinking we play.
So where is this? Is this on the wall?
It's up on top. It's up on the wall, kind of in between some of the reliefs that are kind of spotted around.
I'm sorry.
You're good. I'm gonna go stand on the other pillar.
Okay. As you step up to the second pillar, the same thing happens. You see that kind of shimmer as it reaches up towards the ceiling, and then you find yourself trapped within.
Is it a different color or
I
blue?
hold my hand up
Still blue.
against
Okay.
my barrier to your hand.
The pillars are about
Tap,
10
tap.
feet apart. By the
Oh, well,
way.
yeah,
So like
but-
you're across.
I'm.
And there's 3 pillars?
There are 3, yes.
Okay.
2 filled now.
Can they hear me from the pillars? And can I hear
Yeah,
them?
you can all hear each other.
Okay, I go in the third one.
Okay, as you step up into the third pillar and blue light surrounds you, the two of you, well, all of you actually see as the stone architecture of the dome begins to kind of spin around itself, and you see the reliefs moving before the riddle that's written before you comes to stop directly in front of you, empty beneath.
Oh, so like we don't even see the dashes anymore, or that's
No, you still see the dashes.
Okay.
It's kind of like the millionaire. The lights are dropping.
Excellent.
You hear that sound echo through the.
We're in the bonus round.
I am to be trying A.
A skeleton pops out and is like, "Yeah, here to win $1 million."
Does one read?
No. What are you guys doing?
She wants to try an A.
Vowels!
I
Oh,
just,
so-
I just
but you have to-
shout
you have
like,
to-
A.
So you have to, yeah, you say that to
Okay.
me, I translate
I
it.
scratch it into like where I think my barrier is. Just
Yeah. So as you shout "A," all 3 of you are lifted off the ground, and I need you.
I reverse that with my boots.
Can
Boots
you
of de-levitation.
yeah, wrong item.
And
You can float higher if you'd like to. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Everyone in the barriers, or just
all of us?
No,
Did I
just
do
Winter.
7? Brad. Okay.
Oh, just Winter needs to make this roll.
Oh, man, that was a good one.
Say-
20 to 27.
We need those.
So you all watch as they're lifted from the ground, and Winter lets out a scream. She takes 10 points of damage as you watch
Hachi Machi.
her leg begins to kind of, very like Full Metal Alchemist style, like tiny sheets of confetti rip off, and you see.
So it
you're
is
not
actual
bleeding out.
Hangman.
You're not bleeding out, but your leg is gone. And as you guys watch, you watch as a new leg is carved into the stone before you.
Hachi Machi.
Is there anything else that?
I'm like, trying to find my leg.
Is there
Out there.
anything else that?
That y'all can do?
Yeah. Is
Maybe.
there anything else that I noticed on the wall that is now a clue to the game? Now that I know these 2 things.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just wanted to talk to you for a second because we're friends. That's a 19 plus something, but it's a 19.
Investigation plus 6.
Yeah,
So
it's
25.
Not bad.
Now that I
No,
know,
pretty fucking good, bud.
I'd say with that roll, you notice some arcane runes that have been kind of etched into various places around this entire chamber. And you get the sense that once you've entered and begun to play, the only way out is to win.
Are
that's what I
those,
get with a 25. Party.
are those arcane rules labeled lifelines? Is this actually just Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, can I far speak a friend?
The runes are essentially the runes are essentially the enchantments that have been put in place to make this function.
Okay. And there's no evidence of other games in there, like missing limbs, new limbs, people being added to the wall that I'm missing?
I mean, you've gathered at this point that all of these reliefs that you see around the walls are people who have tried and failed to enter this temple.
Okay.
I say the letter T in Elvish.
T?
The letter T in Elvish. So
Roll a
like,
Constitution
so
saving
like,
throw, please.
Nailed it. That's canon now.
That's all. That's all Elvish is. It's just a lot of like breathy th sounds.
what was it? Constitution?
Yeah.
Saving throw or just regular
Saving throw.
My saving throw is plus 6
19
because Elvish shit.
Cool. What'd you roll?
So that's a 19 as my saving throw.
19. Okay.
Machi.
So you feel as it begins to creep up your leg as well, but you manage to, through your arcane training and your body's natural constitution, you fight off the invasive spell and manage to get out of it, only losing a foot. So.
I say, don't say.
You say that out loud?
I say that out loud.
Make another Constitution save.
Fuck yeah, that makes a huge amount of sense. God damn it.
Hey,
I just
hold
go, oh! Which is not a letter of Elvish.
Yeah, it's basically.
That's only 12.
12?
Yeah.
You guys
I
all
lose the
watch
rest of my
as
leg?
the rest of his leg appears on the wall before you and
Hachi
disappears
machi.
from his body.
Okay.
I'm guessing they're all getting their own bodies being built here,
So far, Rhalka has not said anything.
but there's two different bodies, two different legs.
No, one leg is missing from the body and has appeared on the wall.
Right, but
It's like a transference.
now that they're both missing legs, is it one person or are they each?
Oh no,
getting
they each have their.
I think that means we each get like 5 to 6. Because I don't know. Does torso count?
It's a good question.
I don't know. Ask a living body.
I mean, the easiest way to find out is to start saying letters.
I yell, I gone twice. Who's the next person to lose some shit?
What letter did you say again?
I said.
You said A,
I
right?
said.
Okay, cool.
Constitution.
We actually probably need to remember these.
I'm sorry?
Can only the people trapped in the light actually
Yeah, I'm trying to help
recommend
from the outside.
letters?
They seem to be the ones that can.
You can try.
T and A is
Hey.
not T and A.
What is E in Elvish?
As you ask this,
You say it's ah.
Oh, always E.
Oh, it's B movie.
oh wait, I did that wrong.
That which keeps the pin at play
Ignore this one.
watches the B movie every day.
You need water.
Yeah,
The vis-a-vis. Also, Brett, if you're watching at home, thanks. I'm sorry I forgot to return these to you, but they're helping us snap. I'll get them back soon.
Leave a comment if you hate him for doing.
Oh, as you say that,
Yes.
D&D is
Literally what we're doing. Okay, so you know we're good. Do you want to yell anything, Chuckle? I say that in. Do you want to yell anything, Chuckle?
I say,
I don't know how to read in real life, so I'm gonna write up.
I back away from the wall that I'm looking at, seeing all these other dead bodies, and I laugh uproariously because that's my namesake. And I say, in what you come to know as my natural voice, Knowledge!
Yeah, I'll do an R.
As you say this, an R appears upon the wall.
Thanks, Chuckle.
Do you want to?
No idea what you actually meant.
Knowledge!
Can we complete it?
We're not.
You
in
can
the, we're
do
not in
whatever
the
you want.
things. Yeah, we're not in the. It's up to those kids.
It's up to us.
So knowledge is power.
You hear as, why is it your name? Zalen?
Zaren.
Zaren.
Yeah.
Zaren.
Sorry, apologies. You hear Zaren says, knowledge is power?
Yeah.
I am to be thinking knowledge is power.
As you say this,
Glad you risked it.
It's a whole lot of body parts.
That's a bunch of fucking letters, yo.
That's all fingers. You're missing all your fingers.
as you say this, you feel a huge sense of relief as each of you, I never rolled for your damage for losing your shit. You only took 2 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
You heal for 2 as well. You
Good thing I erased. Good thing I erased that, bud.
You heal 4 points of damage as your legs disappear from the wall and are
I
carrying
am
the
to be
legs back.
thinking thank you.
And as you say this, you notice in front of you on the floor, which actually, if I could have, let's find out. We're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 2. So if I could have Chuckle make me a dexterity saving throw,
Neat fun.
as the portion of the floor that you were standing on and observing all of this begins to open up.
Plus dex, it's 13.
13. Okay, so yeah, you managed to roll out of the way in time as the stone kind of sinks beneath you for a moment, and that's kind of your warning to get out of dodge before it kind of twists around, revealing a spiral staircase leading downwards.
I mean, all things considered, at least we didn't fall down that shit.
I walk up to Winter and I say,
The walls of force also disseparate at this point. You see a familiar blue glow as they kind
"Oh
of
right, yeah, that's
flake
important."
off. And it's like that Harry Potter scene where the Voldemort gets through their barrier. It's like that kind of shit.
Not a sponsor.
Nope.
We flash up the.
Is Harry
No.
Potter sponsoring stuff somewhere?
I please reach my hand out of the barrier. Am I
Yeah, you're free from the barrier.
I am going to rush out and I am going to scoop Chuckle, Zaren,
Zaren. Yep.
and
Rhalka.
Rhalka. I'm going to scoop them all up and I'm just going to say, oh, many blessings to you, and I will cast Bless on all of you.
I look at Winter and I say, "Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?"
What's the duration of that?
Up to a minute.
Okay, so
I
for
go,
the next,
standing right here.
so for the next
Also was here. It's fine. Nope. I'm just
Also
gonna
lost
walk down.
legs.
I'm just gonna walk down the staircase by myself and thank you.
So, just
Be
so you
careful.
guys know, for the next minute, which we're about halfway through at this point, you guys have an extra D4.
No, what you mean is they do.
Yeah, you have an extra D4 that you can add to an ability check. Is that what it does? That's how Bless works. Or is that...
Can add to an attack roll or a saving throw.
Okay, attack rolls or saving throws, you get an extra D4 in the
So
next
get into trouble
30
now.
or so seconds.
So
What do you guys
I go. So it opened up like a pit in the ground.
It opened up a spiral stairway.
I start ahead of them and I go, must be nice, and just start walking down myself.
Okay, he does that, and you watch as he quickly disappears into the hole.
Do we hear any yelling?
How long do you want to wait?
Like 5-10 seconds?
5-10 seconds?
Yeah.
10-30 minutes.
10 seconds? Nothing yet.
Okay, looks safe. So I'm gonna follow after.
Okay. Are you all...
I'd say we go down. Yeah. For sure.
Is it lit at all, or at the very least, can I
It's
just
it's pretty dark, but you have, I believe,
I have
superior
light,
dark vision.
No, well, I have that, but I just go, you're welcome, by the way, here's your favor, and I cast light to just show where the staircase is. So
Yeah.
I'm just holding light from my prestidigitation in my
All right.
I
So,
look at Raythian and say, "Must be nice."
so as you guys make your way down the spiral staircase, you find yourselves once again in a large circular chamber about the same dimensions as the last one that you were in, but without the dome. There's just kind of a flat ceiling, flat floor.
Okay.
In the center, you see another pillar with no stairs this time, about probably 9 to 10 feet up. And atop it, you see a similar blue glow, more like a blue spotlight, above the crystal, or above the pedestal, excuse me, within which you see 5 crystals just kind of swirling around each other.
So it's
a deep blue color.
So it's a column with a pedestal that has 5 crystals?
It has 5 crystals that are kind of floating above
Right.
it within this blue beam of light.
Okay.
Surrounding that pillar, kind of working out from the center of the room, there are various lavish rugs that are kind of set out all around the pillar. And along the walls you see these kind of golden swords that are crossed and hung in different increments, even increments away from each other.
How many swords?
In total, or how many pairs?
How many pairs?
Total, so there are 4 pairs, so there are 8 swords.
Okay. Can I grab 2 of them?
Yeah, absolutely, if you'd like to try.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me this will just be a base strength check. Try and pull one off the wall.
That's a 13. Because I can just use athletics and jump off the wall and try to...
Okay, so yeah, as you grab it and you pull, it is securely fastened to the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna use danger senses.
Okay, can you remind me how that works?
You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps or spells.
Oh, right. That's an effect that's just kind of always
It's
active.
passive.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Can I see
Are you good?
any traps or spells?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check to look for traps.
When she's done, may I do an Arcana check? Also.
Yeah, go for it.
17.
17? Alright, we'll go for this roll as well, because this may be...
Who? My Arcana check? Shit the bed.
I think you're proficient in Arcana, though.
No, I am, which means I have. That's a 6 then. Above.
Okay.
You made me real dumb. I have an intelligence of 0.
Sorry.
Prove
So, you...
I mean, you made me real dumb, I think.
You notice in the ceiling, there are 2 sections that are kind of carved out, or rather, not carved out, but you see just kind of the thinnest seam in 2 larger rectangles. You don't notice any type of like trigger or mechanism from the outside, but you do spot a couple of those. And for the sake of this, I will draw you guys
Yeah, I was
quick
gonna ask
map.
about the shape.
And just for the sake of ease, I'm going to flip this over so I don't have to wash the whole guy. Back to squares. So,
What we got right here is good penetration from the linebacker. He comes in from the back of the field here. He just goes untouched, really.
so you got this large room.
What was the halfback doing?
You should have checked that
Large
linebacker before he went on his
pedestal
pass
in the
route.
center-ish with little,
The center, also of the
yeah,
false
little
spot.
crystals floating around, and there's some kind of like circular rugs around that with these kind of longer,
Like runners,
yeah,
runner rugs.
runner rugs in
Okay.
between those circles,
Good for a
reaching
foyer.
outward. And then there's a couple big rectangular ones back yonder.
Dude.
I
And
Guys, I think we're breaking into Nebraska Furniture Mart.
may I cast detect magic while you're drawing this out?
yeah, go for it. So, well, or rather, as you do so, you do detect a couple of magical sources. You get 3 distinct sources from the crystals in the center that appears to be, or rather, from 2 of them, you get this kind of distinct abjuration, I want to say, and from the others you don't get any feeling at all. You also get a faint hint of magic from a few of these rugs, specifically this one, and this one, that one, and this one, and this guy too. By the way, you guys are currently standing over here.
Okay.
I think cool. So you guys are chilling in your squares.
I will throw my arm, like I will kind of just stand in front and throw my arms out and say, "Don't move." And then I will cast Dispel Magic on the room.
I think you have to have a specific target. Can you do it on an entire area?
Ooh, shoot.
I think it's got to be like you could choose a rug or a crystal that you got a thing from.
Right.
Yeah. Is there a radius to those, or is it?
Dispel Magic might be single target.
I think it is.
Um,
Can you read what the spell says?
it's one thing.
Okay.
It just has a large radius.
Would you still like to do so?
Wait, fuck this rug.
I am going to be asking for, does anybody have, drawing or to be marking something?
I'm gonna pull out a dagger.
I can borrow?
I hand it over.
And I will kind of approach each one and like from as far, like as distant as I can get from everything that I feel that is magic except for the crystals, I'm gonna like slash it and then like jump back.
Slash one of the rugs?
And then jump back.
Okay, which rug are you walking up to?
We'll go to the closest one.
The closest one? Okay, make an attack roll.
I don't want that.
We got some rug ass mimics? Sorry to metagame, but is that what we got? I love a rug ass mimic.
Man, I'm gonna switch to this D20 because
Doesn't the bliss also count for yourself?
I did not bless myself.
Well, I bless you.
Oh.
Just wait for that sneeze.
Hachu.
What would I add to dagger? Would I add proficiency?
Dagger would be... What weapons are you proficient with?
Simple weapons?
Yeah, I think daggers are simple weapons.
Okay.
They are.
So yeah, you'll add your proficiency and it'll be dex-based.
Okay, so that'll be...
Because Marsha would be like, butterfly knife. Something like that.
I mean, that would be dex too, because that's even more.
I would say, like, not simple weapon, like a
Oh
martial
yeah,
weapon.
martial weapons like a great sword or an axe.
That'll be a 12.
12? Okay, give me just one
To
second.
hit a
Where did you go? All the stuff that I need. I can read. There we go.
Is there anything protruding from the ceiling that we noticed at all? Any?
Rhalka, did you point out those?
No, I did not.
Okay. I mean,
There's-
do you want to have done that?
I can now. There's some sort of seam. I don't know what it does. They're like a seam and then two squares. Maybe it falls.
Can I do a perception check to see
blades
if
fall?
I see what she's talking about?
As she's describing this and pointing it out, you can all easily make out
Okay.
the thin
I pointed.
seams. that she
I
points
still
to.
have light going on.
Yeah,
too,
we're all
so.
pretty tunnel vision on someone
You said 12?
stabbing a carpet.
I to be slashing carpet.
You said 12, right? Mm-hmm. That just hits.
Oh,
Go
we-
ahead and roll damage.
We call that cutting a rug.
Daggers are a d4?
You guys can go now. Thank
yes.
you very much. You have landed
So
on the
D4
joke.
plus your dexterity modifier.
3 points of damage.
3 points.
Nailed it. Man, if all the carpets I've met, that would be done. I don't know about this one in particular. That'd be a done carpet.
Do we?
I'm not trying to influence the game by any means, but that's.
Do we
cat knows three.
see what the carpet does once it's stabbed? Like
Yeah, so
Or-
as,
or
she-
do we-
as,
or-
you, as
yeah.
you reach out and you slash at the carpet from what you assume is a safe distance, it actually begins to recoil on itself and actually kind of flips towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving.
I am to be done like.
13 just saves. As you manage to roll out of the way as the carpet seems to try and encircle you. And continues writhing on the floor. What are you guys doing?
I throw the dagger back to Chuckle and I cast Inflict Wounds on the carpet.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Actually, no. Hang on. First, make an attack roll.
It's my dagger. Should I get advantage on that one? I'm very familiar with the weight.
Wait, do
and
I have
handle
to,
catching.
to throw the dagger?
Yeah.
No! No, that's not what I'm doing.
That's what you did.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Nat 20!
Okay, so go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
1. I am now the carpet. Oh, well.
You're road
It's 11.
11?
Is that all?
No, yeah, so your natural 20 helped lower that DC for him. So that's just enough. You managed to catch the dagger very quickly as Winter throws it at you. What are you doing, Winter?
Casting Inflict Wounds on the carpet.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll, or does it make a saving throw?
I make an attack roll.
Cool.
In
go
this
for it.
moment, Raythian just goes, "What the fuck?"
These dice rolls are everywhere.
You thinking about what you're going to do next, guys?
On it.
15?
15 to hit?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that hits.
So I only
Roll
know.
damage.
I personally only know one carpet is bad. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we could assume they're.
She stopped you all, told you to stay where you are, and then stabbed a rug that then started attacking her.
Okie dokie.
So is this one you, Chuckle?
yes.
Or not
No,
Chuckle?
not Chuckle.
Sorry,
That's
Winter.
me.
Winter, yes.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
me, Winter.
Oh.
16 points of damage.
16. All right.
That's like 4 cats.
That's like 8 cats.
I don't know what the initiative is all about.
Are we doing initiative, or are we just?
Or we're just
Are
going.
we just being mean at a carpet?
Yeah, you're just going for it.
All right.
Okay, I'm mean at a
It's not,
carpet.
it's not really fast enough to like move at you guys. It doesn't really have like a move speed. It's a creature that is meant to be stepped on and then grab the person who stepped on.
So yeah, it's like a Venus flytrap.
Can I make a move towards these emeralds?
sensed every carpet,
Can I like
but
kind of
you
like
guys don't know it.
fucking
Try and-
rogue exit around there?
That is a problem.
Yeah, where are you headed? Keep in mind.
Go around here.
So which one is you
Sorry
again?
to use
This
I'm
guy?
the little baby.
This guy? 30 for now. This is about as far as you can get until we get to your next thing. So you've done a thing. You've done a thing. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt, my cantrip,
Yes.
at Mean Rug.
All right. Make an attack roll with your firebolt.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20!
So go ahead and roll the damage and double the dice damage.
Yes, sir.
Which I believe most of the sorcerer stuff, you don't add any extra anyway. So yeah, you'll roll and double that.
Firebolt is a D10. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, sorcerers.
It might be 2d10 at this point. Let me check. I'm not sure.
No,
because-
I didn't get 2d10 until level 8, I think I said.
Okay.
It was like 8 or 12, one of those.
Cool.
I believe it's still just 1d10.
Go for it then.
Leave a mean comment if you know the answer.
2!
I'm just gonna look it up.
That's 4 damage.
Or don't.
2. Firebolt, most of my shit goes on my wisdom, correct? Or is
no,
it my
charisma.
charisma? Ooh, then that is. Does this
You
get
got
added
your-
to damage as well, or no?
Hang on, I'm looking up the spell now. Firebolt, I'm in the FIs. There's
I tried to look too, I
Fireball.
couldn't find it.
Firebolt, here we go. You hurl a bolt of fire at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell
read.
attack.
My range was 120 feet.
When you reach 5th level, it goes up to 2d10.
So roll that
So
again.
roll
Whoa!
and
2
then double that, and then
and
that's it. You don't add anything else.
6, 12 total.
12 points of
12
damage.
total damage to a fucking rug.
Alrighty.
With fire though, because
it's
like
not,
I know
yeah.
too. Like,
It is fire.
yeah, do I have a
Are,
bottle of
they,
wine?
are fibers weak to fire?
Yeah, can I spill wine
So-
on this thing?
As you see Winter struggling with this rug as it's kind of flipping up and flopping around trying to grab at her, you kind of like reach over and you're like, and you point a finger, and from it, this thin jet of flame shoots out that just kind of expands as it moves before colliding with the rug, catching it on fire. The rug kind of squirms, and you actually hear like a little bit of a squealing sound.
Aww.
Like kind of like when you are having a fire outside and you hear like the air escaping, the gas escaping. It's like that kind of sound, but very sad sounding. As it kind of flops around before coming to a rest. And that rug is dead. Good work, everybody.
Yeah, inanimate objects go to fucktown.
Is the rug still there?
It's pretty charred and a lot of it has turned to ash, but yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab like handfuls of ash and I'm gonna throw them from a distance at all of the rugs that I noticed are bad.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. It doesn't activate the rugs as you throw the ash, but you do manage to mark for your companions that these rugs are dangerous.
Don't be too touch.
She says this as she throws ashes. Strange albino crocodile-like figure.
Okay, can I set the next one on fire? Because it seems like just like hitting it with an axe or something seems like
If you'd
way
like to.
worse than just setting rugs on fire.
If you'd like to, go for it. Which one are you aiming for?
Let's do this one.
Okay.
I can move forward if you
So I
need me
know
to.
that guy's dead.
I mean, it's 120 foot range.
Yeah, you can reach for sure.
And it's a 2.
You pointed at the long one or the circular one?
Long one.
Okay. Yeah. What is that with your attack bonus? This was another firebolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
my
that'll be
attack
plus-
bonus is just my charisma.
+8.
Oh, +8? Yeah, it's 10.
10? That misses, unfortunately, as you kind of shoot a little wide and it kind of sparks off of the ground before dissipating.
That was my left hand.
I
Anything the two
say,
of you
must
would
be nice.
I have 40 feet of movement, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
get closer to that guy.
Yeah, so each square is 5 feet. Is this one you?
Yes.
All right. Actually, hang on.
Oh,
You started
well,
here
yeah.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Where are you headed? Towards this one?
Towards
this one. So, okay, sorry.
No,
Start
you're
from here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You get right up to it.
Okay. Then we are gonna try.
Slap that rug.
Yeah. Fuck that rug up. Slash at it with greatsword.
Alrighty. You also have your axe if you'd like to use that. I'm not sure what your preference is.
So, okay. 28. I didn't read the first number, so I just picked up the dice and I didn't
that's fair,
see.
that's Is that a natural 20?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that totally
Very
hits.
natural.
28.
Natural success.
Yeah, so
The
go ahead
most
and-
natural 20!
So go ahead and
Organic.
for the greatsword, you're going to roll 2d6, and then you'll double that and add your strength modifier on top. You got this.
Okay, so 5 and 2.
So 7.
So
So
7.
doubled to 14 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
14
5.
plus.
5. So
Yeah,
19.
Yes, yeah, 19 points of damage. All right.
Jeebus.
So, as you swing down with your greatsword, you kind of cut a strip off of it, and as you do, it also begins to wriggle and writhe and leaps for you. If you
It's the
could
weirdest
make
thing I've ever encountered.
a dexterity saving throw, which your danger sense gives you advantage on, because
Okay,
you're
yeah.
pretty sure this is going to happen.
Find dangerous
So-
rugs.
So you roll twice and take the higher number, then add your dexterity saving throw modifier.
Alright. 15. Dexterity. 17.
17. 17 succeeds. You manage to pull out of the way just in time as the rug
You're quicker
begins
than
to
a
leap up
carpet!
towards you. As you do so, all of you hear this kind of clanking sound. And around you, you watch as the swords themselves pull off of the walls.
Fuck yeah.
And I don't think I brought
I am
enough many
so hyped.
swords. But that's fine.
Got some
use
D4s,
right?
Before I do what I very, very much want to do, it's safe to say these swords are made of metal.
It appears so. They appear metallic in nature.
And
that is where we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Roughly like 15-ish minutes, around like 9:18. We'll sit back down and we'll hop back into it. So stick around, guys.
See you at
9:15.
9:15. We'll be back.
And share with your friends if you like it right now, and we'll be back in 15.
Please.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Go outside, grab a beer. Oh, that's what we're going to do.
Hello, everyone.
That was good, wasn't it? Hi, welcome back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tough Crit. I'm your game person, Cameron Holt, for the evening. We're playing some more D&D. We're going to hop right back in after a few quick announcements. Just a reminder for those of you watching at home, if you want to keep up with when we'll be streaming, all the different types of shit that we do, feel free to follow us at Tough Crit on Twitter and Instagram. We've got Brave Boys Live on Twitter as well.
Correct.
We are the Brave Boys on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel where if you want to see some cut down versions of this fun stuff, and some gaming, and some sketches, and some animations, all kinds of stuff, feel free to check us out there as well. On that note, also, sorry, one more thing. This stream, so we kind of forgot to check a box last time, but this stream is being recorded, so if you would like to subscribe to us on this here Twitch channel, that'll give you access to come back and watch any past games at any time at your own leisure. Otherwise, you gotta catch them live, and sometimes that doesn't work for you. So do what you gotta do.
Feel free to subscribe. It should be right there.
Yeah.
It's somewhere up there. A little crown symbol, I think.
Yeah, it's like a heart there.
Yeah, something like that.
If you're watching on phone, I know it's a heart there-ish.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. On that note, we are going to hop back in. If I could have everybody roll initiative.
Love to.
Here we are.
Yo!
I just won that one.
18.
Fernando got a nat 20.
Hey, that's what
Nat 20!
One of the few times where that's not a huge thing. Go
Plus
ahead and
4.
add your modifiers. So
Hey,
24
hey,
total. Okay. And I'll come around and I'll ask you guys for what your
That's
numbers are.
so
and stuff.
dope.
You get to be the master of most things, but not our excitement.
Still getting my stuff figured out over here.
I guess I could red. Lovely.
Oh, good call. Should have done that before we started.
I was gonna say.
About that music.
I was gonna have such a
Yeah,
good
this
pee.
is one of those things where like. There we go.
You guys okay? Are you sharing
Just a
it?
little cough that I had. We're gonna use some battle song.
Oh, sorry. Still doing tavern.
My name is Battle Song.
Welcome to the stage.
And I'm an Aries if you believe it. You might not at first.
Welcome to the stage. Battle song.
I don't like
Kill that.
We're gonna have to roll initiative for our next dancer. Battle song.
Everyone, roll initiative for your next performer.
She's got bills to pay.
Nat 20! Oh, she's got D's. D2s.
She goes by
I love her more now.
she goes by Naughty 20.
Battle song.
If you wouldn't mind grabbing that for me, if you can reach.
No, you know I can't.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry guys, I'm just dropping shit left and right over here. Thank you.
There we are, yeah.
Okay. Anybody 25 to 20? That's 24 from Zaren.
Mm-hmm.
Told you I'd remember eventually. 20 to 15?
I have 15 even.
I was 18.
15 even.
15? Did you also have a 15?
Oh, I guess that'd be 23. Whoopsie.
23. Okay.
I rolled a natural 18 and a dirty 23.
Your initiative's insane.
Yeah, well, I'm also.
Oh,
just
your dex is good. I'm just I'm good at being charming.
So unlike real life too.
Yeah. that was in character.
I'm sorry, it was there.
Not
I haven't Santa Claus
and I'm
laughed
glad
in
you
a while.
pounced.
That felt real
Let me
good.
again, it's
Rhalka.
Rhalka.
Gotcha.
It's a Klingon word for fucking awesome.
Yeah.
15 to 10?
Rhalka.
I mean, I was also
15.
10 to 5. What'd you roll?
9.
9? Okay.
Could be worse.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
You're 1.
Well, I know.
All right. So,
Oh, you're right. It could be raining.
Forgot I'm professionally dumb.
I want that business card so bad.
Right? On t-shirts.
I'm Brad
on
McKenzie,
banners.
professionally dumb.
Professional. I won a lunch yesterday. Don't know where I had to go to get it.
In fact, I forgot to put my phone number on this card, so I guess just look me up.
Good luck.
All right, let's go and hop into it. Zaren, you're up first.
Okay.
That makes sense. Nat 20.
4. I'm gonna. Mr. Details over here. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to the nearest rug and throw it on the swords.
Which one of these guys is you? This one?
That one, yeah.
Okay, so as you exit from each of these swords melee ranges, they're going to
Hachi Machi.
attacks of opportunity upon you.
Upon you.
That is, from the first one, it's going to be
That's like that.
17.
That is. What's the dodge or
So,
to use a key?
as a monk, you can spend a key point as a bonus action, I think, to use Step of the Wind to disengage, if you would like to do that.
Is that what it is? Step
Yeah.
one? Okay. I'm gonna do that.
At 5, yeah, you should definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Dolphin.
You should definitely have
So,
that.
as you disengage from the floaty swords, you make your way towards the nearest rug that's been marked, which is probably going to be this one as well.
What are you at? 45?
30.
40.
You got 40 feet
Yeah,
of
he's
movement?
got 40.
35. You can get right up to it.
What were you gonna say?
Were you implying like just the nearest
Yeah.
rug?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
just
straight rug.
just
Yeah.
one
Oh,
rug.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, not living rug.
Yeah.
So yeah, in like
Yeah.
10 feet you get there.
The more dead alive rug.
Yeah, what do we call the bad rugs? What do we call those?
Evil
Chuckle
rugs.
calls out over the
What do we call the
sound of
bad
heated
rugs?
Just want to add a D in front of that. Just call them that.
Drugs? Yeah. Drugs are bad. Feet are bad too, apparently.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do feet.
Don't show feet.
And I want to grab that rug and throw it on the two swords behind me.
Okay, so I'll say that as your action, or yeah, free object interaction, you could pick up the rug and use 10 feet of movement, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can make it to there. Yeah, I'll allow you to use your action to toss the rug. Go ahead and make an attack roll, or roll a d20, add your dexterity modifier, but not proficiency, because you're not proficient with rugs.
That looks like a not 7. Oh, it's an 11 actually. That
Hey,
was
not
a
bad.
1. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he successfully throw a rug?
You throw the rug atop the other rug. As you do, it continues writhing underneath that rug. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? I think that was bonus action.
I have an extra.
And movement.
I have an extra attack, I think, but I can only use an extra attack if I attack primarily.
No, I'd say you could. Your first. You were technically attacking with another rug, so you could use your second attack
cool.
for sure.
That was just unarmed combat.
Is the rug now blind?
You're not sure, but you can ask it.
What's the
Find out.
decoration on
I'm
it?
asking you.
What are these rugs look? Are they like classic, just like run of the mill?
Yeah, so they're kind of like
mills?
a red, like a maroonish base with kind of gold floral
Oh
patterns.
god, my mother has like 5 of these.
Yeah, it's exactly like your mother's rugs.
You've grown to resent
Everyone at home, think of your mother's rugs. That's what they look like.
Stuck in the 90s.
Dude, are sorcerers allowed to pick a favorite enemy? Because it's definitely my mother's rug.
Yeah, where's that player's book?
All right, I'm gonna use where is it? Stunning strike,
Okay,
and I'm gonna hit it with a spear.
go for it. So roll for the attack, and if you hit, it will make a saving throw to not be stunned. Hopefully,
Let's say 12. What is that?
Yeah, lights make
12 plus 7, 19.
19. That hits.
That seems
So,
pretty good against a rug.
What is
I know,
your? Do you have your key save DC written?
14.
14.
Yeah.
All right, and this is Constitution.
It's yeah. Here's on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
but it's a fucking rug, so.
That's 11.
I think that's
it
a-
fails.
I think
So
it's a fair point well made.
that
It
rug,
is.
and I will mark this.
And
that
then-
rug is stunned.
And that's 1d6 plus 4 damage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That
go for
rug, staying on the ground.
I think the advantage you have over the rug is not being a rug.
And I can also move, I think.
Are you using your
if the rugs
spear
can.
with one hand or both hands?
Yeah, that is a big difference with monk. Well, seeing that you've been splitting the,
Well, it
the
just says,
actions,
it says
right?
1d6, so I didn't know there was an option to go and do one or two handed.
I don't think I saw
Yeah, it's
it.
versatile.
Oh,
Spears are versatile. I'm treating them as versatile.
okay.
It's essentially a fucking quarter staff with a spike on the end. Like,
I'm sorry that
if
I
one
made
can be versatile,
5
the other.
character
No,
sheets.
you're fine. I'm not calling you out.
These are essentially
I'm just
moving
saying.
rugs, though. Attacking rugs.
I'll see you
Yeah.
there.
So all I'm asking is, are you using one hand or two hands?
Okay, if I use two-handed, what is that, a d8? Or
Yes.
Okay. Let's try it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, fuck it. Roll the bigger die.
Works for me.
Fate it is.
It's the same. So be it then.
They were both 5s for the viewers at home.
9 to the rug.
9 points of damage to the rug. All right.
Slap that fucking rug.
Fuck you, Rug.
Take that, you drugs.
Oh yeah, we did decide.
Oh yeah.
That is
The
thing
bad
that
ones
happens.
were drugs.
So
Dang,
nine points of
dang
damage?
Yeah,
rascal
9 points of
rugs.
damage.
There's
And it's
rugs.
done until the start of my next turn.
that darn rug.
Okay.
This old rug.
Getting in all the wrong places.
Love that show.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us
Antique rug
to
show.
Chuckle.
Grandma's rug.
What are you doing?
All the swords are present and active and terrifying.
They're floating. Yes.
That's fun.
I especially love the
And you
2
did-
that are behind my shoulder.
Yeah, you did see those two actually swing at Zaren as he made his way away, but both of them missed.
Okay. Okay. I would like to take the runner that I have next to me and throw it over these two.
Over the swords? This
Yeah.
runner? That's
the
the
one
runner
that
that
I'm
was
the
taken.
closest to.
Oh, they're right. This
Yeah.
is you over here.
And what are these two pillars again? I think I missed
So
the debrief
these,
here. Yes.
these two guys are just marking where those seams in the ceiling were. That
Oh, okay.
So it just
Okay.
cracks in the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, so yeah, free item interaction to grab that rug.
Breaking all the rugs.
30.
Why are you doing this one or those?
I was gonna do these.
Oh,
but
those
I mean,
ones?
he's
Yeah, that
having a
works
good
too.
time. No, I like to see him.
I'm sorry, I
move
just
around.
forgot those
Yeah,
were
no.
there.
I usually play sorry.
It's the same amount of movement. So it's a little more. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll as you try and flip the rug over these two floating swords.
Can do everything.
You can do whatever comes to mind. You can certainly try.
As a rug, it's probably your dex bonus. So that's
Yeah, it'll be just
probably
your dexterity modifier, no proficiency because it's a rug.
So 16.
16 it is then.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Or actually, yeah, that hits. So, goddamn, just dropping everything all the time.
You have these safety nets between every chair. These stream safety nets.
Look like a
Little
apple
parachutes.
factory in China.
I wanted to go there. There was some part of my brain that was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna amount someone who works at an apple factory to a mechanical pencil. but they have. Party time, excellent. I have covered swords
With a rug.
with the rug because all I have is swords to fight swords.
Wait.
So what do I do?
That is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have any melting power
All right.
by any means.
So you managed to get the rug over the swords. What else would you like to do? That's your action. Free action to grab the rug. Action to throw it over the swords. You still have a bonus action and movement.
Cool. Could I tie those up? Could I hog tie those kids? Make them
I'd say-
relatively immobile?
I'd say you could use your action to try and do that on your next turn. Because it was your action to toss the rug
For
over
sure.
them.
Well, I imagine they'll be patient.
As a free action, you can yell whatever you want at them.
Yeah, that's true. You can speak. Say a thing if you'd like.
Right. Well.
Do you have cunning action yet? I forget.
I don't-
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you can use that to like disengage with them and go away, or you can use that to try and hide somewhere if you want to. There's all sorts of things.
Behind them.
Hope for show. I don't know. I don't have a lot of movement outside of that, but I'd love to disengage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you disengage. I think it took you like 25 feet to get here, so we'll say you can step just out of their melee range. You disengaged, so no issue.
Sick.
That is going to bring us to this portion of the ceiling begins to
I forgot that gun.
drag open, and you watch as this large hunk of stone falls from the ceiling and crashes into the floor.
And I was wicked close to that.
Yeah. And then you watch as arms kind of sprout out from the side and legs lifted up as a large stone golem appears.
It's the
In the room.
pyramid boss from Super Mario 64.
Why
Shit.
would people send me into this shit? I'm a bird man with knives.
We are wildly outnumbered.
Wildly
guy
unprepared.
is going to hop over here
It's fucking rude.
to Winter, the closest to him.
It's a cute hop. From some
That is rude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty adorable the way that he hops over there with his giant
You're over here, I'm sorry.
and he's going to
I'm doing
take a
my best.
swing at Winter.
You're the one that called it as rude first. So I was just agreeing
He's
with
going
you.
to attempt to slam you twice.
Hi-oh!
That is 28 for the first
Does that hit?
and a 16 for the second.
Ah, that one does.
Okay, so the first slam attack as he swings his arm down at you.
And that's Winter, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know when I would have thrown a rug over that guy. I'm sorry.
If I could take it back, I would have just made like a trampoline and we just bounced it back up.
You take 19 points of damage as he swings his club-like arm into you.
What?
That's all he's going to do for now. That's going to bring us to
These are coming back.
Raythian and Rhalka. You guys rolled the same, so whoever would like to go first is more than welcome.
Please do. Or we can roll for it if you want to roll for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Make a dexterity check.
I got a 10. Plus 3 is my dex.
13,
21.
21. So, Rhalka, what would you like to do? You watch as a stone golem falls from the ceiling nearby and begins attacking your albino friend.
Yeah, no, I was gonna. Do rugs get an attack of opportunity if I move out?
That one's stunned, so you can't.
Yeah, that one is currently just kind of rug-like.
Normal,
It
right?
was squirming after you slashed it, but after he came up and
Yeah.
stabbed it with his spear, you watched it kind of like stiffen, like it was just
What's
like
your speed?
very well starched. Not a wrinkle
40
on
feet.
that rug anymore.
Oh, you
I was
got
just
that.
double checking.
Yeah, you got that.
Okay.
For
And
sure.
then it's one ruggy rug.
Yeah, so
I think I
flat.
have to use that at the beginning of my turn. So I'm going to use Rage.
Okay, so as a
Activate
bonus
rage?
action, you all watch as Rhalka, her brow furrows, and she kind of bites down on her lip, and you see actually a little like a little drop of blood that comes down as your vision begins to tunnel, and you rage.
It's like that movie Hitch.
Was that in character? I just got my lip here. Oh man, I just got my lip. Oh, whatever.
Yes. Okay, and then I think I still have movement to get over to this
Yeah,
side.
this is your fresh turn, so you've
Okay.
got full movement. You haven't. All you've used is your bonus action so far.
So there's this guy.
She has 8
Yeah,
squares.
she makes
was
that.
fine. I double checked it.
Yeah, she's got 40 feet of movement as well.
In fact, we
I was
all
counting
checked.
20.
Okay, so then we are going to use Greatsword.
Great sword to attack the golem.
Indeed.
Neat. Go for it.
What is that? We add to?
Strength.
Strength?
So you'll add your strength and your proficiency bonus, which is +3 for all of you, I believe.
Easy for you to say.
22.
That is in fact
It
what
should
it
also-
is.
25?
It should also be written next to your great sword. You should have your attack bonus. I think it's like +8 to each roll.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 25.
25. 25 totally hits.
Right.
Go ahead and roll damage against the stone golem.
And then bonus to melee. So it's 2d6 plus I have 5 over here and then +2. Okay. 9, 14, 16.
16 points of damage. Did
Shit,
you
yeah.
add your rage bonus?
Oh.
Yes.
Hot damn. That ain't no carpet.
Yes. 2d6 6
All
plus
right.
5 plus 2. Unless I'm supposed to add some sort of strength or anything.
I mean, you add your strength
Everything
modifier
that you add
as
there
well.
is
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
That's all.
Then yes.
That's all.
Then
Okay,
9.
perfect.
14, 16, yes.
Do you have your extra attack at level 5?
Yes,
Yes.
you do.
All right.
Alright,
So if you'd like to, you can roll again.
Oh, hit that motherfucker again!
That's your
Oh,
D12.
That's your D12.
Oh.
You want that guy?
Ha, ha.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty one.
Killing it.
Okay.
Is that a bit of a
That's an
hachimachi?
18.
That's a
18.
halfway.
18 just hits.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Nice!
Go ahead and roll damage for your second attack as well.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. 7.
Plus 2, 9.
Plus your
So-
strength modifier
yeah.
if you haven't been adding that.
Yeah, no, I have.
Yeah.
Okay,
7, 9.
9 points of damage. All right.
Fuck yeah, though.
So,
26
Rhalka.
points of damage to Rock Boy in one turn?
Get out of town. But don't, because we need you right now. 'Cause you were-
Seriously, do not leave.
we need fire.
It's you.
We need
Yes.
fire and brute right now.
So, Rhalka lunges across the room, great sword at the ready, swinging it up at the golem. And as your sword kind of skids across it, you see sparks fly off and little chunks of stone come off. You're not doing as much damage as you had hoped, but still putting some space between you and the stone golem. That is going to bring us to Raythian.
Is what Raythian does.
This is you back here, yeah?
Yes.
Cough battle music.
This is battle music. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
It's rather tepid battle music, my man.
Does shift still exist? To just move
Oh,
one
here we go.
square? Does shift still exist? Or is that away in 5th ed?
You can just
What do you mean?
move 5 feet.
Yeah, so, but just without provoking an attack of
You can use
opportunity.
you as a sorcerer can use your action to disengage.
I'm not going to use my action disengage.
Okay.
Melt those mother.
I didn't know if that was still a movement.
Why are you
Because in 4th ed you could trade your entire movement to move one square without a provoking attack.
I don't know
if that
if
was
it's in
a thing.
5th edition, but I'll think about it for next time.
Okay, Dad. Well, I guess I take one attack of opportunity
Oh, if
to
you're
move
just-
right there.
Oh, if you're just moving to there, you're staying within his melee range, so
Oh,
you don't
it's
you
still
don't
fine?
abduct it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's just leaving it.
Yeah.
But I was entering his. I don't remember if
Yeah,
that is
for
the
sure.
same thing.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
both of them between.
I'm spending one sorcery point.
Hell yeah, to do what?
Twin spell!
Nice. What spell are you twinning?
I am twinning on both of the swords.
Twinning.
Twinning! Shocking Grasp.
Shocking grasp.
Shocking
Okay.
Grasp, which is just a cantrip, so I don't even have to burn a spell slot for it.
All right, easy enough to do as a sorcerer with your sorcery points and your twin spell. You cast Shocking Grasp, twinning the spell, reaching out and grabbing each sword.
Both swords.
Go ahead and
Grabbing
make.
them both.
Is it an attack roll or do they make a saving?
It's
throw?
an attack roll.
All right, go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
It is.
With your twin spell, it'll be
Too many
d20
people
plus
attack
8.
attacks
and-
right now.
I'm
Yeah.
crossing my toes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't talk about feet.
But also.
I think it's we just can't
So-
show them.
Yeah.
So, shocking grasp, their swords, they're made out of metal.
They are, yes. They do appear to be metallic as you grab them.
I get advantage against metallic.
Okay, so-
normally it's metallic armor, so it's up to you.
Yeah, no, they are made of metal, so certainly.
Okay, so
Go
I
ahead
get
and roll
advantage
for each attack.
for each. Yeah.
So you're gonna roll 4d20 and add 8 to the 2 highest. So, or rather, roll twice, add 8 to the highest, and then do that again.
Okie dokie.
Cool. Okay.
That's a nat
Natural
20.
20. All right. Oh yeah. So that one definitely hits.
I'm gonna guess that hits.
So go
that's
ahead.
on the right one. He's looking at me weird.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a sword.
Wait. Yeah.
My right. My right. Sorry.
That's just how he was forged.
And the other one is this. This one is a 16, and then advantage roll. I'm obviously not re-rolling the net 20.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Roll another one.
Yeah, you blackjack that one.
this one is 26.
26, both hit. So go ahead and roll damage for the first one. Don't forget to double the dice.
Okie dokie,
Which
because
with
it
your
is
Shocking Grasp.
2d8.
2d8. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Damn.
each of them.
All
Yeah,
right.
So you
I'm
only roll it for the 2d8, but then you multiply
you'll
by
roll-
2.
yeah.
Don't roll 4 times.
Okay.
2d8
use
times
the-
2.
So 2.
So this is for the first one. 2 plus.
2 plus 7, so
So
9 times 2, 18.
All right. So
There's no bonus for shocking grasp because it's a cantrip.
Right.
I don't get any kind of damage.
right.
bonus.
So then you'll roll 2d8 one more time for the second attack.
That's 5
Get that 8. Get that 8.
plus 4, so 9, so 18.
18, 18.
18
don't-
damage.
No. That was for the second attack, which was not a crit. Just the first one.
Oh yeah, the first
just
one's
9
correct,
points
so just
for the
9
second.
okay, to the second one. But I'm also holding them in my hand, so that might
Be fun.
that might do something to me, and I understand if it does.
Are you
hard to
right-handed or
disengage.
left-handed?
right-handed?
Right-handed. Okay, so you all watch as
The right
rather,
hand's obviously
those
a
of,
crit.
those of you who aren't super distracted by other shit attacking you currently, watch as Raythian reaches out and grabs the 2 swords by the hilt as they come off the wall. Just after swinging at his companion, newfound companion, Zaren, he grabs the 2 swords and casts Shocking Grasp as this arcane electrical energy flows through your arms and into the swords. You see them kind of light up for a second, and the sword in your right hand actually glows red before splintering and just kind of evaporating to dust in your hands.
Fuck yeah, I hate swords.
The other one, you pull your hand back just as your Shocking Grasp spell ends, and you can actually see wear and tear and kind of those what's the word for a thing that you can just like zoom in on forever? Fractal, yeah, kind of like that fractal movement of like how the electricity moved through the blade, but it is still floating before you. But one of them exploded.
Totally gone.
Yeah.
Who did it swing at? It's
only-
you?
It swung at Zaren.
I just go, you're welcome, Zaren. As a free action.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's going to bring us to the mimics.
They are mimics. You got rug-ass mimics?
This one, there's a lot of mimics in this room. This one
That's the myth.
is going to take a swing at Raythian
Yeah.
after he badly damaged it and destroyed its
Fucking try it,
wall
ding
partner.
dong.
And that's going to be. It's going to technically reach out and try to bite you.
Okay.
And that's going to be 18 to hit.
Technically, so for my reaction, may I
Shield.
You can cast
may I
shield.
cast shield?
Yeah, absolutely. Is that enough? Raise you up enough to block the attack?
It does indeed.
Hell yeah!
Because
so,
my AC is
16.
16, and shield gives me plus 5.
okay, so you see as the edge of the sword, which up until this point has looked very sharpened to a fine edge, kind of pulls and opens, and you see these
I didn't mark
gnarled
it,
teeth.
just so you know.
Thank you. It pulls and you see these gnarled teeth open up all along the blade of the sword, and as it reaches out and tries to bite at you, you instinctively pull your hand up, casting an arcane shield between the two of you, which it then bounces off of and just kind of regains its flotation.
I say as a free action, you are already a shield. You were already a sword. You didn't need the teeth. Like, just be a sword.
These two are going to
I
float
yelled that
over
at
to you, Chuckle, and
With
they're.
a carpet on them?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Hang on. Let me.
My man.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that. I hate when you get excited. Can I say that out loud?
After you throw the rug over them, you watch as there's kind of a moment where they stop for a second, and then a quick movement as they just shred through the carpet,
Neat.
fly directly at you, and both are going to attempt to bite you as well. Ooh, that's a natural 1 for this guy. As he reaches out to bite you, you kind of lift up to parry with your dagger and knock out one of his teeth. He takes,
Like proper teeth?
yeah,
Not like sword teeth?
Yeah, so he looks like
no,
me
they're
now.
like teeth. He takes 4 points of damage.
I was getting ready to use uncanny dodge, but you do your thing, man.
Well, the other one is a 17 to hit.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, that means you take half damage.
Likely, I believe.
Luckily.
Yes, have.
Okay,
The rogue, right?
that's going to be. That's 11 points of damage, halved to 5. We always
Okay.
round down for those of you keeping score.
This you did home. You always round down.
Please keep score.
Ties go to the bad
need
guys, and you always round down. Them's the math rules.
Going
Yeah,
to.
house always rolls. You got a lot of rolling to do. You set yourself up for quite a few PCs.
You're like, yeah, let me just throw like 18 people in this room.
Including carpets.
Oh shit. Yeah.
25. Okay. Those two are going to begin creeping towards Winter and Rhalka. There it is.
What do you want on these?
These guys are going to
Oh, I thought you were
20.
asking for that. I'm sorry.
No, I was trying to make some movement.
20. Those two are going to fly up to you, Zaren, and they're each going to attempt to bite you as well. That is, I'm pretty sure the 22 hits.
Do you want to pretend this is a sword because he's holding two of them?
Yeah, we're fine with dice, whatever.
Okay.
It's here now, though. So-
Do not throw that because I have bought two of those, and the first one of the swords broke.
Oh, that's a bummer. He's all good.
She looks metal.
Okay, so that's a 22 to hit Zaren for the first attack.
22.
Yes, and a 16 for the second attack.
Oh, fart.
What is your armor class?
Yeah, my armor class is 17.
17. So one of those hits, but one of those does not. So
Wait, what was it? A sword?
yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or a mimic sword with teeth?
oh, that's wrong. You will take. God, man, rolling well on damage though.
I'm stressed. So finish that.
You take 11 points of damage as one of the swords, just as you dodge out of the way of one of them, using your quick reflexes that you've been honing for years and years at this point. You duck out of the way of one, but just kind of into the next one that was swinging up at you, and you take that damage. That is going to bring us to Winter, I believe.
Yeah.
Ooh, background.
Okay.
Finally.
I'm going to whisper some soothing words to myself, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on me.
I will allow
Right
this.
here.
That was a 2, 3, 6.
That's a bonus action, right? Cool.
Guys, what is 6 plus 15?
Hey, what's up? 21.
21.
21.
Ignore,
Cool beans.
yeah, ignore the first number. 21! I say in character.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to
I roll my eyes in character.
like open the lid to my jug,
Okay,
and I'm going to speak into it
okay,
and request salt water.
okay. You do so.
And it says that it is an action to make it fill itself and
Yes.
to pour the liquid out.
Okay.
So I am going to throw all 12 gallons of salt water onto the golem,
Okay.
and then I'm going to
Oh, I love that. That's how the Grand Canyon was made.
Hair.
That's perfect.
just kind of.
Okay. Yeah. You do
Oh,
so.
that-
Erode the fuck out of that golem.
Yeah. So you all watch as
Does she get advantage for eroding the fuck out of a golem?
you don't even really need
Do I have to roll it?
roll an attack roll
Okay.
because it's right in front of you and it's pretty
Cool.
large. But as you turn around and you toss 12 gallons of salt water,
Which is a bad time. You're more or less pouring.
yeah, it's like a full 6 seconds of
Yeah,
just
It's like the golem just won a Super Bowl.
You just
There's-
shower that coach of death.
there is a large puddle of salt water in this area now.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Using electric stuff now.
Wishbone.
What does salt water do?
I have a plan.
Oh, okay.
But for now, I'm just gonna
Okay, sis.
Hunker!
Okay.
hunker.
I hunker!
Can I just without leaving his melee range, just a little bit scoot behind my big strong friend?
Yeah, you guys can actually occupy the same space because you are allies.
Hey,
Totally.
that's what's up.
Hunkered.
I was hoping a big person would throw me eventually, but I'm all alone.
Does that mean I have like an enemy that's like
All right.
My bad.
Does that end your
it's
turn?
chill.
Yeah, I already made my choices.
Okay. So as you empty your 12 gallons of water spraying out of your alchemy jug onto this golem, it kind of holds a hand up and just kind of blocks it easily, creating a large puddle though. This portion of the ceiling opens up and down drops a gelatinous cube.
That's fun.
And as it hits the ground, it kind of jiggles and wobbles a little bit.
Annoying!
And
That
that
does nothing.
is going to...
Nothing.
Great gelatinous cube you brought, friend.
That is actually very
It's a
cool.
great gelatinous
Oh,
cube.
just wait till it eats one of you.
Okay, we'll see. Oh, what? Does it have a castle?
Movement.
Nice. That is so dope.
We all really quickly jumped over the eating us part.
And we were just like, I hope it happens. I hope it happens.
He's going to start inching his way over there towards Zaren. That brings us to Zaren.
Hey, Zaren.
What would you
Hey,
like to do
Zaren.
as this giant, lumbering, gelatinous, oozy cube begins sloshing towards you and jiggling all the way?
When it
Almost
walks
like it's
across
mocking you.
this rug, does this one attack it?
It does not.
Okay.
Your friends.
Crap, they're friends.
There's inanimate
They were
objects.
roommates.
Oh my god.
They all split utilities.
Ted would never hurt me. I pay my electric.
On time.
I am cube. What would you like to do, Zaren?
On I am cube. It's like the biggest next gen ripoff I've ever heard. It's like a dollar store.
Watch as I wiggle waggle.
We are cube.
Join us.
We're stalling
You're
for
pretending
time.
gelatinous
What would you like to do, Zaren?
I'm gonna attack the closest sword.
Okay, with your spear, I assume?
Yeah, with the spear.
Go for it.
It's a 9.
Come on, Mug.
9?
Plus.
9 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so you
that's-
swing with your
that's-
spear.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
All right, and I'm gonna use flurry of blows to go
All right.
ahead and.
So yeah, use your bonus action to spend a key point to make 2 more unarmed strikes. Are you using these against the swords as well, I assume?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
and
Do you want to split them between the 2, or are you going to focus on one?
I wanna give me a second. There's something else that.
Take notes for a car. How monks do.
How monks do.
How months
Yo, what monk? What monk do though?
Yo, what that monk do?
With that monk.
It
Okay,
punches.
so
Punch.
It wear cloth.
so 2 unarmed strikes. What does that equate to in terms of damage?
So you're going to roll 2d20. This will be your proficient, and it'll be dexterity, so it'll be the same as attacking with your spear, whatever that attack modifier is. And I will look up your martial arts die because I have the player's handbook.
So
Machi.
yeah, one of them is a. You said dexterity.
Yes.
And proficiency too. Your attack bonus is 7
Dex
total.
plus 3.
So 9 and what is that? 16.
Yeah, 16 and 9.
The 9 misses, but the 16 hits.
All right, on the one that hits, I want to go ahead and have it succeed on a strength save or be pushed 15 feet.
Okay, so it would make a strength saving throw. Also, go ahead and roll. It's going to be with your martial arts die 1d6 plus your dexterity modifier for damage.
That's a 6 plus 4, I think.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
Neat. Also, you take 3 points of damage as you punch a sword.
Yeah.
But it also does.
That makes sense. That
also does
that
take
just
that
completely
damage.
makes sense.
And yeah, I told you you're a martial arts die, yeah?
Fighting swords and rugs.
So many papers.
Oh, did it save? On the deck.
Oh, it hasn't made it save yet. I'm
Oh,
doing
okay.
that now, sorry.
I'm kind of hoping it gets impaled on the wall and doesn't attack for the whole game.
That is a. What type of save is this again?
Strength.
Strength?
Yep.
That's a 22. Rolled a natural
shit.
19 on that one.
Hot damn.
Hachi Machi.
So that sword does save from being pushed, as you reach out and strike it and attempt to, with your open palm, push it across the room, you kind of snag the edge, and it just cuts your palm a little bit, giving you that hint of damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm gonna have to go towards Chuckles.
Towards Chuckles?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will be risking an attack of opportunity unless you spend a key point to Step in the Wind. Is
I
that
can
right?
already use a bonus action. That was a flurry of blows. I don't think I can use a reaction.
40 gets you to there, and you manage to avoid entering melee with the cube or the golem, thankfully.
Yep.
But however, you do receive 2 attacks of opportunity from those mimics that you left floating behind you. That's a 14
Nope.
and even lower. So they both miss as you run out of the way
Well done, good sir.
and begin making your way towards Chuckles.
You
Those
managed
swords
to
can bite
Is it
you.
Chuckle
Yeah.
or Chuckles?
Chuckle.
Chuckle. Perfect. All right.
singular chuckle.
That brings us to Chuckle.
He laughs.
He's just having the best time.
I'd like to throw my bead of force at these 2 swords.
Neat. These 2?
Yes.
All right. That's going to be...
It's a 60-foot. I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
I've been reading it for a
Oh, does it have a range? Hell
It
yeah.
does.
Perfect. So, they make a saving throw or you make an attack roll?
A saving dex.
Alrighty. That'll be... That's going to be a 12 and a
Forgot an
9.
attack.
Absolutely not, good sir.
Alright, they both fail, so I believe they take a hefty amount of force damage and are enclosed.
They are enclosed within it.
In a wall of
the
force.
5d4 for a minute.
Alright.
Yeah,
So, go ahead and roll 5d4. Do you need some d4?
I've got enough.
Perfect.
Right? No, I have to.
D4 are the points. Here's 2 more.
Thank you. I need 1 more, but I'll roll 1 more.
Hang on. I'm gonna steal it.
What do you need?
Any d4 over here?
Yeah.
A d4.
I
Oh,
hoarded
see
them
here.
because all of
Okay,
my
one.
healing spells
There you
want
go.
them.
That's fair.
Are you weird about the touch? I don't give a shit.
I do actually super
That
give a shit
that
about it.
amount of numbers, he says.
Okay. 14 points of damage to each sword. I had a pencil. There it is.
Which 2 swords did you hit? Oh, the ones right in front of you, I'm assuming.
I went here.
Oh, so not the
These
ones by
two.
you?
I'm gonna deal
So-
with those later, but I want these to be
These 2
to come into the battle weak.
are
But they're
now
trapped though.
enclosed in a circular wall of force, very similar to the force field that you saw as you guys were in the last chamber that surrounded those playing the strange Hangman-esque game. You see as it comes out in a circle and it actually kind of pulls out, and you watch as the swords kind of shake and shatter a little bit, and there's a little bit of gold dust at the bottom. of
I
this
trust
wall of
him
force.
less as a free action.
For sure. That was how many points of damage again? I'm sorry.
14.
14, I think is what we got, yeah.
All right, yeah, and they both look like shit now. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? That was your action. I think you've still got movement and a bonus action if you'd like.
Bonus. I don't know what my bonus could be.
You could use your cunning action as a bonus action to hide or take a dodge stance or disengage from the swords that you're next to. It's whatever you want to do.
I'd like to get some movement over closer to our monk here.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could
Right.
use
I could
your
do-
bonus action, cunning action to disengage from
I'll
those
disengage
guys.
and then get closer to our friend here so we can maybe help each other. And
Alright, so you run 20 feet and you guys meet up over
because
there.
those 2 swords are pissed.
That's gonna bring us
Angry
I don't like
to
that attitude.
We don't really have much to attack it
the
with that.
golem,
Oh, I don't want it to.
which is going to turn now to Rhalka, impeding its way between the person it was attacking, and it's going to try and slam you twice as well. So it just swings wildly with its arms.
Does rage continue? Or is it...
Yeah, so as long as you've made an attack on your turn or attempted to make an attack, it continues. So this will be half damage if it hits. That one is cut. So that is a 15 for the first hit
No.
and a natural 20 on the second.
Fuck.
It's just like a regular hit.
Okay. Alright.
She only works on me if it helps.
No.
First one does not hit, second does hit.
Borrow one more dice.
What you looking up?
That's going to be 20 points of damage.
Is that already halved?
Oh, half to 10.
Ha!
So
okay.
you take 10 points of damage as the golem swings at you, missing with one arm, but similar to the sword, swinging upwards the other way with its other arm, and it catches you just across your chin, but you take it in stride, and your head kind of moves for a second before slowly training back to the golem.
Oh, so like that cool moment when like a hero gets punched?
Yeah, and like it doesn't bother you as much because you're so angry that you just power through.
Go lay down, honey.
Okay.
And that's going to be the golem's turn. That leads us to Rhalka. What would you like?
Get wrecked.
Get rocked!
Okay.
Fuck this golem up!
We're
Get
gonna
rocked.
go ahead and try to swing it with greatsword again.
Oh!
That's a nat one.
That's a nat one.
Whatever our celebration is for 20, let's go the opposite.
As you swing up with your
wait,
great
hold on.
sword, the golem catches it.
Wait,
Wait.
is there any
Do
kind
you
of
have some kind of
advantage? Do you get a
feature?
reroll or anything? Is there anything you got?
I think you
Is rage still in effect?
could have made a reckless attack, but you have to specify that before you know the outcome of the roll.
Okay, well, it ended up being 9, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
That's a nat one, it doesn't matter.
Oh, but
So-
I do get a second attack, so we're gonna try.
That's true. But first, with that natural one, as you swing up with your great sword, the golem actually reaches out and not only blocks it with its arm, but it catches your sword and manages to pull it and toss it as it skitters across the room. I'm sorry, I keep taking your stuff.
You do.
And your great sword skitters about 10 feet away over there.
Okay, so Vasikker X didn't actually give me damage.
Can I see?
Here you go.
Also, that will also
thank
be
you.
a
Dice for
plus
days.
8.
Oh,
So
it's
you're
in a
proficient
master
with
ball.
it.
That's nice.
Or is it a +1 weapon?
It
Yes.
says +1.
Okay, so it'll be +9. Correct? That's
Yes.
how that works?
Okay.
You are attuned to it. You guys took time to do that before you left. It also increases your hit point maximum for each level you've attained, so you get an extra 5 hit points.
That rules. I try to steal her maximum hit points.
And if I could have you make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this the curse part? That you told her to ignore?
It's not cursed. It's just a feature of the weapon. It feeds into your barbaric rage.
12.
12? That fails. So, you go berserk. And
No.
while berserk, you must use your action each round to attack the creature nearest to you with the axe. You can make
Creature or
extra attacks.
enemy?
Creature.
Fuck.
I think
But
I'm still
The golem
closer.
is in your field of
Yes.
vision,
Yeah.
so that's what you would be
Okay.
focusing on
Yes.
anyway.
Thought it was
Yeah, but
wild.
still, but now I know where I'm running.
For an axe, we're just
About
gonna
the
for that axe, we're just gonna say go ahead and roll for any attack that hits. It'll be it'll be pretty much the same as your greatsword. You'll roll a d12 plus your strength modifier for damage.
Okay. Alright.
D12 is this guy.
Yeah. Oh, is it just 1d12?
Yes, just one. Is there anything else you would like to do? With your turn?
I'm
Have
gonna
you,
use
did
my
you attack?
second.
That
No,
was
not yet.
Yeah, you got
I
another
need
attack.
to roll for attack.
Right.
Roll that.
Again,
Yeah, you'll roll that again.
21.
21
Dirty.
definitely hits.
Woo!
Dirty 21!
Hey! It's filthy in here.
Oh. Go ahead and
And you're so mad now. You're
so mad. I'm
You're
so
raging
mad.
and berserk.
Yeah, how long is rage on?
as long as she keeps attacking.
Shit.
And she's gone berserk, so for a while now.
Let's hit a
Okay.
cube. Let's hit a
You're
cube.
two. Is she
So 10.
raging because of that? Is that how that
She's still raging.
I
She
was
was already raging.
I was already raging. It
Oh,
continued.
sick.
But
Now
I don't
she
know
just-
if Berserk does anything extra. I don't think so.
I think it just forces you to have to attack the nearest thing to you.
Okay.
Which right now is fine, because there's a golem right in front of you.
10 points damage.
10 points, alright.
I don't know if I guess.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do in your turn? You still have control of your movement, so you can make the creature nearest to you anything you want.
I'm gonna keep gaze locked on.
Good call. That's going to bring us to Raythian.
Raythian has a plan. This is what.
Let's hear this one.
Don't worry, Raythian's on the job. Here's what Raythian is planning on doing. Because Raythian is planning on spending.
Is Raythian planning on saying everything in third?
The third person?
Yes.
Look, I feel like if I'm spending a level 3 spell slot, I'm allowed to speak in the third person.
You said I enough, I'm fine with that.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna fireball 20-foot radius, which catches all 3 of these motherfuckers.
Yes, it does. So they all need to make dexterity saving throws.
They do indeed.
What do they have against it?
Swords, cube.
How much damage?
Well, now I still need to roll. I have to roll for it.
No, it's
No.
a save.
Well, I mean, you'll roll damage regardless, but
yeah.
it's a saving throw. There's no attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
fireball.
just Holy shit, that shit just hits?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This game is wild. I critted.
Wild!
Okay.
It's a wild crit from a
So,
sorcerer
that
that's
is-
non-wild.
Ooh, not great. That's a natural 1 and
You still got some here.
a 3
Oh,
from the 2 swords.
I don't need your rinky-dink D4s, my dude.
Are you going 8s?
It's 8d6, and I'm gonna pluck them out one by one.
You know, placing them out of the
A
bag.
2,
Oh, Jesus. Are you?
a 3,
Feel free to check out any other stream.
a 4.
Well, he's doing this. He's on 5 now. Here he goes.
Oh, don't forget, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to a Twitch channel of your choice
For free.
For free.
And if, I mean,
And if you do that, you can skip by this.
yeah, you can also watch it whenever you want,
Whatever
as many
you
times
want.
as you want.
Whatever you want to do.
That's going to bring us to...
Well, I need to roll my
damage roll.
8d6.
Yeah, damage.
Go for it.
Jesus.
Boy, what? Okay, that one.
Oh, also,
Oh,
what,
No,
oh,
no,
oh,
no.
Wait,
that
the
green
green
one
one?
isn't you.
It's a sword.
what is your
It's a 6, I wanted it.
what is your spell save DC?
I'm sorry?
Your spell save DC is 16?
16.
Oh, he got Yahtzee +3.
Oh, okay, yeah, they all fail, for sure. So this is full damage for everybody.
That is
20. Shit on my
20,
butt.
26,
29.
29 total to all of
29
them.
points of damage.
To all 3 of those fucking ding dongs.
Hell yeah.
Those two.
And I have
Yeah.
spent that spell slot.
All right. So you watch as the 2 swords melt entirely.
My
Excellent.
man's.
Woo!
My man's.
And as a free action, I just go like to the sword that's like by my right shoulder.
Less man. Less man.
Oh, also that rogue is torched.
Hey!
Right,
Hey! I
How about
forgot
this
about
guy?
putting that rug.
Yeah,
Okay.
both of those rugs are completely torched.
Yeah.
Woo!
My
Distance
dude.
high five.
Yeah.
Boom!
My man's.
Boom!
All right, I'm excited for you again.
Yeah, you were so quick to judge just because I'm a touch snappy.
You're a little snap.
Yeah, can you just keep speaking in third person? Like, it seems to
Yeah,
have
that
been good
worked.
fun.
Hang on.
Just keep going.
Just because
Okay.
Raythian is a touch snappy.
And you watch as the outside of the cube kind of singes a little bit and it jiggles
Oh.
furiously.
That's an angry cube.
Is
Raythian doesn't know how he feels about that specific jiggle. It makes him feel a way, but he doesn't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You've got bonus action.
Bonus action. I really don't have anything I do on a bonus action unless I do a cantrips count for.
You got Misty Step, but you technically cast a spell already, so you'd.
I
have to
cast a spell already. Like
Yeah.
that was main action. I don't really think I have anything.
All right. Well,
So
in that
I'm
case-
just gonna chill there, and I hope that I know the sword doesn't have eyes, but I hope the sword knows what I just did.
That's fair.
And I
Like
turn
sword
to it,
friends.
and I turn to it. I'm like, yuck.
Okay, so as if it knew, that brings us to the mimic's turn, which is gonna bite you.
It doesn't care. It's a sword.
You got proximity, my man.
That's fine. I just got like 5 things, yo.
I'm a little
It's
excited
a
for you.
17.
17 does hit me.
17 hits, so that's going to be...
Unless
Unless.
I cast shield.
Okay, yeah, you still have a reaction this round, so yeah. You bring up your shield as the
Squeeze
sword
it
just
a bit,
kind of...
man.
Fuck this sword!
And if a floating sword could ever look frustrated,
I think it was forged frustrated. It's a sword. It's
it's going to bring us to
Yeah,
these
that is
two.
a lot of
it's a
tension.
sword.
20.
That's rude.
Not the sharpest sword in
Dude,
the
I'm
shed.
I'm actually just gonna attack everything else before I attack this sword right next to me.
So, Chuckle.
Just to keep making him mad. Because I got 2 more shields to pop.
So, Chuckle. These two mimics are going to lunge forward towards you, the nearest creature, and they're each going to attempt to bite you.
Attempt is a good word.
Chomp chomp.
You should get a shield.
That's an 11 and a
no
12
way.
to hit.
No, sir.
All right, both miss as you skillfully dodge out of the way.
Laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
I am
Just
dying laughing.
Yeah, there's been just like the most horrendous like chuckle just echoing through this chamber the entire fight. And I'm not helping anything.
It's terrifying.
We're not sure if it's the swords, the golems,
Since
or...
the cube landed, I've been laughing non-stop.
And Raythian is so annoyed that he didn't have to do anything fancy to do it. He just got to be like a quick bird.
These ones are trapped in a wall of force.
Yep.
So they are stuck there.
I'd imagine a whole other move, honestly.
Yeah, I
Depending
think
on 6 second.
I think technically since they're inside of a sphere, they can move it, but it would be half speed, which is only like that gets.
And
into,
they have to work in tandem.
like it's into like here. Yeah, and you watch as they're just both slashing at the walls and kind of moving around violently. That is going to bring us to Winter.
Winter.
Cool. I am going to move around Rhalka, and as I do, I'm going to touch her shoulder and cast Shield of Faith.
Quit being mad. I'm gonna cast
Bitch,
Calm
shut
Down.
Emotions is a spell, actually.
I'm gonna cast violin on this Frankenstein that's now in the room.
I'm gonna
Shield of
cast.
Faith, which
what
gives
you
you
say?
+2 to your armor class, so for at least 10 minutes, or until I get hit the next time, you have +2 to your armor class,
All right, so your AC goes up by 2.
and that's a bonus action.
We better not have to
Neat.
fight her.
And
Because you just made the person that will attack
I'm going
us
to use my
very
breath
strong.
weapon on this guy.
Okay.
And I'm attempting to like freeze his feet and whatever I can to the floor that I threw the water.
Interesting. That's
Ooh,
a dexterity
love
saving
that.
throw, right?
Yes, and no matter what he's gonna. Oh no, it's a Constitution saving.
Constitution.
And no matter what, he will take damage.
Neat. What is the constitution of a golem like?
Probably not good.
I don't remember like that. That is.
I pray to my God.
That's only a 7.
You failure.
Yeah. So,
I say to his face, I say you failure.
you do.
As a free action, as I'm watching that happen, I cast Prestidigitation to make the water a little bit dirtier, so he just got dirty feet too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow
So
that.
it's just a little dirty too.
I'll allow it.
We said no feet.
Go ahead and roll damage for the
I
breath
just
weapon.
put dust in that shit.
We still need it?
So it's 5 points of
That's
cold
5
damage.
Alrighty.
Is he a frosty boy?
He's a pretty frosty boy.
Is
He's
he-
dirty too.
Can he still move? Can he still move?
I need you.
You're not sure. His
I
feet
think
do
I
appear to be
figured
frozen
something
to the
sort
ground
of out.
currently.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I screech.
Okay. So Winter squeals, and as she does, frost shoots forth from her mouth and coats kind of the waist down of this giant golem in front of her, and as far as you can tell, freezes it to the ground a little bit. That brings us to the cube.
Oh man, so waist down. So he got a
Wait.
dirty
Wait.
downstairs.
Wait!
15. As the cube oozes up behind you. That's all it can do. That's going to bring us to Zaren.
Some bullshit.
I'm gonna
That brings us to some bullshit.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna do a two-handed attack on both.
Of these swords?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of
Nothing. Room.
you can actually, you can flip around
Yeah, because I have an extra attack,
10
which I
to
forgot
get
to use last time.
between them.
Burn
Yeah.
them all. That's what I do.
So I'm gonna do.
Got no burn.
Again, I'm very sorry. I will be right back. Go ahead and roll your damage. Calculate that stuff. I'll be as fast as humanly possible.
19 plus 7, 14 plus 7. 22 and
26.
26 and 22, right?
26, 21, but yeah, 26 definitely fucking hits whatever you're just rolling at.
Damn.
We'll be right back. Let's see how many crits I can roll until he gets back.
Yeah.
1.
You guys play your favorite Jumanji game.
All these are crits. This is wild. Dang, they're all crits. Insane.
Stop, you're losing them.
I can't believe I'm rolling all.
You're wasting all your good rolls.
7, 8 in a row? 9 in a row? None of them are crits. That's the joke.
Oh. Boy.
We can't metagame. We can't metagame ways away.
No.
But I do want to know. Oh, I have to look this up because this would actually be.
We here at the Brave Boys #tough crit hope that you're having a great time.
And also, we make sure we don't metagame outside of our shit.
It's
Talking about what we're going to do, like as players, not as characters.
it's like using knowledge that you, the player, have that your character wouldn't.
Yeah. So we can't be like, oh, this is clearly the biggest threat. We should all attack that.
Oh.
But you could
Talking
shout
about
that
that.
in character to the room.
Oh. So like wink wink.
You could shout, "I'm
This
about to be
is-
eaten by a gelatinous cube. Please help."
Oh, I feel.
That's a thing that you could shout.
That's lit. Each square
But
is
you have
5.
to wait for your turn to shout.
Right?
Yes.
Sorry, everyone.
How see-through is the gelatinous cube?
The gelatinous cube is pretty translucent. It's
Pretty translucent.
you can see through it.
Cantrip. I'll free action it.
I'm sorry.
Not
You
sure.
just did damage to 2 mimics.
Yeah, it was a 26 and a 21 for attack roll.
26 into 21. Those guys. Those both hit. That was against these two.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a 6 plus 4, 10, and 3 plus 4. So one gets 10 and one gets 7.
Okay.
Just as a free action, I want to cast Dancing Lights inside of the gelatinous cube. So it's like a
You'll
little.
have to wait till your turn.
It's a cantrip.
You're a cat.
Yeah, but it's an action to cast.
Haha.
Casting time.
Maybe
One action.
don't.
Casting time, 1 action. So I'm not
That
going to do it.
is going to bring us to.
Hold on.
This guy.
Oh, you. That was your 2 attacks.
Yeah, and I want to
still have
use.
movement.
I'm
bonus
gonna use
action?
a key point to use a dodge action. as a
Okay.
bonus action.
So you take the dodge stance. The next attack against you will have disadvantage. That brings us to Chuckle. Still having a great time. And you watch as Zaren is kind of flipping his spear around and doing a duel with these 2 floating swords.
I laughed so much harder. It's like it's not even fun. It's like the kind of laugh that silences the rest of the room, including the attackers, and especially the cube.
It jiggles silently.
It jiggles uncomfortably.
I noticed that.
Well, I see.
Right?
I'm just a sword fighting swords here, but I'd like to hit him.
Yeah, go for it.
I'd like to just
Not a bad idea.
slap him with that short sword biz.
Yeah, it's been working so far.
Really going for it. Well, it hasn't. I haven't used it at all.
I mean, for everyone else.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna slap both of these kids with that short sword.
I
biz.
think you only get 1 attack as a rogue
Right.
at this level. Yeah, pretty sure.
I'm gonna go for. I mean, it's any of them. You pick, man. You have a good time. It's 2, and they're on either side of my friends.
Let's say you're going for this
yeah,
bad boy.
let's do it. I'd feel good about it.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
I guess I will. You get your amazing.
Oh, hachi machi.
Feels good. It really does.
Oh, is it bad? I can't see that far.
3?
That looks like a. Did you just roll this one?
Is that a 7 or a 1?
It's a 7.
That's a 1.
Oh, it is a 1 because 7's right here.
Shit on my ass. Keep it going. That's a 9.
This was with your short sword?
Yeah.
I answer now.
Might as well be.
So, as you reach up to slash at one of the other 2 short swords floating in the air, you kind of share a couple parries before one of them kind of loops you around and actually tosses your short sword from your hand as
That's
well.
even better. I laugh nervously.
Stop taking my time.
Lands over here. I'm sorry.
What if I do all of this damage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What
the
if-
sword.
What?
I'd like to see you
Yeah.
try. That, is there anything else you would like to do? Still got bonus action, movement.
You can panic as a free action.
Yeah.
I laugh nervously as a free action.
Alright, you do so.
I laugh nervously again as a free action. I prepare myself for a dodge, potentially.
Yeah, I think you can use cunning action to also take a dodge stance.
Yeah.
So, these 2 boys have
Yeah, that's a bonus.
disadvantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay, we got 2 disadvantages right there.
Not
That makes
too
me
bad.
feel better.
Not too bad. That is going to bring us to the golem.
Oh,
And
Seagola.
he, let me
Is
check on that.
very still.
I
Supposedly.
sure do hope.
Yeah.
I sure do hope I was clever.
with the freezer.
I felt pretty clever with that trap over there, but I'm still relatively full health swords in a ball.
I mean,
Oh, bless you. I meant to bless you earlier. Thank you for sneezing.
I don't know if it's gonna stop.
Okay.
Yeah, what does the blessing do? Is that would that have affected anything that we've done? The blessing that you give everyone
I
but
think
me?
it ran out a while back,
It
didn't
was
it?
because they did
The-
stuff.
Golem.
That was effective.
It was 30 seconds. It would have died before we got down here.
But yeah, it was over by the time.
Yeah.
Just like we met.
Winter.
I erased it already. So
Oh,
The golem is going to reach down and attempt to grapple you. So I need you to make an either athletics or acrobatics check. Your choice. Not
Pick
bad.
whichever one you want and just say what thing is cooler. Do you do a backflip out of it or do you go like,
my
"Ugh"?
athletics is higher. I'm a real strong gator gal.
Yeah, alright. So the golem
Yeah.
reaches down and it's going to attempt to push you back into the gelatinous cube. As it does, you
Prop
you
yourself
anchor-
back on your tail.
Yeah, you anchor yourself to the ground and you prop your tail back behind you and you actually catch its giant golem-y club-like arms and you hold it in place as it attempts to push against you. And you see as it's trying to lift its legs up to get more traction to push you, it's stuck to the ground.
You are to be
Or
fucked.
leverage.
I stopped laughing just to repeat that. You are to be fucked.
And that ends the golem's turn.
And also, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was tight.
Slammed.
yes.
Slammed.
I do
Okay.
like a gator hiss. Just
Yeah. Rhalka,
You
what
are
would you
to
like to do?
So good.
So each of these squares is 5, right?
Yes,
Okay.
you got 40 total.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I want to go over there. How far away it was from me.
Alright. About 10 feet.
and a whole me.
Okay. So, what is it called when you have like 2 people sort of flanking?
If you
Flank-
flank,
flanking.
then it's flanking.
Yes.
So if you were to go around,
Yeah.
yeah, you could flank and it would give each of you advantage on your attack rolls.
Okay.
You have to be on like opposite, right?
When
Or
he's frozen,
Yeah, so
he
you
can't.
have
opposite
to-
on diagonal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you can move within his melee range without invoking an attack of opportunity
Did
anyway.
you stay there?
And the ice isn't slippery because he put dust all over it.
Goddamn right I did!
Totally salted the ground.
Okay.
No, salt would melt it. I did not do salt. It was specifically dirty ass shit.
Now I don't want to step on.
You already are. I
No,
got
you're a
bad
strong,
news.
independent woman. You don't care.
You're a berserker clean freak.
Okay, then I am going to stay within melee range.
Okay.
Oh, there's
We're locked.
swords.
We're
There's
locked.
swords all over
We're
the
locked.
place.
We are literally want. Okay. Alright, right. And we are going to slide over here. Still in melee range. I don't think I can reach my greatsword, but it's chill. And we're gonna
You got
use what?
You've got next. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna use this berserker axe and
Your last attack was with the axe anyways, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to make these attacks? I assume you're going to use both attacks on the.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to do them recklessly? So it gives you advantage on your attacks, but it also gives the next attack against you
No.
advantage.
Okay.
All right.
But he's already at a
What would
disadvantage for
Rhalka-
being frozen, so would that just kind of...
What
You're not
would
sure
And
Rhalka
also
do?
steal us
What
from
would
the-
You know what?
Rhalka do?
Fuck
She's
it,
going
fuck it. Alright.
nuts.
Reckless. We reckless. Get
Alright.
advantage. So that
Oh,
means
yeah.
I roll
That-
twice.
Roll
Stay
twice,
high.
take the higher number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, roll that again. For sure. Oh,
Okay. Alright.
but it's +9.
I gotta switch my
Yeah.
d20s.
So that
That
was
reminds me.
15 for the first one.
15 misses, unfortunately. Go ahead and roll for your second attack.
Does that one also get?
Yeah, they both have advantage. You can make as many attacks recklessly as you would like. That's just a feature that you have as a barbarian.
Yo.
That didn't help. Okay.
No, the first one was a 9.
Oh, that one was a 9.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
Then
18,
wait,
which
the
is-
first one was a 9?
The first one that you rolled was a 9.
Total.
Whatever. It's chill. It's chill. This one is 18.
18 just hits.
18 just hits.
Go ahead
Nice.
and roll damage for the axe, so it'll be a d12 plus your strength modifier, plus 1, because it's a +1 weapon. That's to attack and damage rolls.
Alright. 9, 10, 12.
12 points of damage.
Woo!
Neat.
Caleb.
Go and get him.
Go and get him.
Still got a
Man. He's
well-formed
got
cube.
any strength.
That brings us to Raythian.
Here's what Raythian is going to do. Raytheon's going to kind of spent himself a little bit on his last move, because he did like a big thing.
Yeah.
Said your welcomes. He put out a couple glares.
Yeah, there's a little sweat on his brow.
There's a little sweat. He feels the heat of exhaustion on his upper lip. So this turn he's just gonna firebolt. Still big cube, but I'm. This is up to you. If you want to give me any kind of disadvantage to this or something, I want to do it while still looking at that sword. Because I really do just want to kind of piss off that sword and then shoot at something else.
Yeah, roll an attack at disadvantage against the gelatinous cube as you are staring at the sword.
It's for the flavor.
Outstretching a hand, yeah, for sure.
Very
It's for
good
the
flavor
flavor.
for everybody. Here comes an at one.
Okay. Okay, so that would be. This one is 14. 14 is the lower one because this is 22.
Okay. 14 hits. Yeah, absolutely.
Goddamn right it does,
Thank
baby.
God.
So,
We would have launched across this table.
go ahead and roll
That would've
your
been
damage,
embarrassing.
which I think is
2d10 at this level.
Straight up miss.
Boo! Shit, I missed it. I'm not looking.
Somebody should have blessed me, maybe.
It would have been gone already.
Yeah, that's true.
Donut.
That is.
I think it's just the 2d10.
Yep.
no
It's
extra.
just 6 then. Well,
6
yeah.
points of damage?
Yeah, 6 points of damage.
Okay,
That's
and also, if you wouldn't mind, make an intimidation check.
it. Goddamn right I will. I'm super intimidating, by the way. That puts it at a 16.
16?
Can I give you proficiency in that?
Natural 1.
I don't. I don't have proficiency in it. Just my charisma is already +5.
This sword is so terrified of what you just did, that display of innate power,
Because it fucking should be.
that just for fun, it's going to use its reaction to kind of move a square away from you. You can take an attack of opportunity, a melee attack
Yeah,
if
you
you would
can.
like.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's just a dagger, but I'm
Yeah,
fucking going for it.
Oh yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll a d4.
Don't ever bless this man.
Add
It's
your
just a
dexterity.
D.
It'll be d4 plus
Yeah, it's
your
just a
dexterity.
D4 plus 3, so don't get too hyped.
Hey,
But that is
6
6
points.
damage.
Not bad at all.
That's what? About the same I did with that fucking cube.
All right, that's going to bring us to the mimics. This sword is technically afraid of you, and due to the fear condition, because of your insight or your intimidation roll,
God, I love flavor.
it has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within line of sight, which it is currently.
Yeah, I'm right fucking by you, big boy.
And it can't willingly move closer to you. So
Sick.
it's going to move its full movement
Okay.
20 feet that way.
I want at the end of his movement to realize that I do shoot shit far away.
Yeah, it like gets that far,
Just
and
goes
you,
like,
you can almost hear.
crud.
You can almost hear as the blade guard at the bottom is kind of rattling just against the blade. That sword is shaking for sure.
Fuck yeah.
These ones are gonna move another 10 feet forward because that's all they can do. These two are going to split up. Actually, this one's going to pivot over this way, and one's going to attack.
That's flanking
Chuckle.
on. That's flanking on both.
Wait, didn't it have disadvantage? Does that mean?
Well,
Both of those have disadvantage.
yeah, they have
'cause we're on
disadvantage,
dodge,
but each of them are going to try and make an attack at you. So for Chuckle, that's going to be 13 to hit. Okay, so that one misses, and that's going to be so sad. A 14 to hit Zaren.
Nope, 17.
All right, so they both miss.
yeah.
Disadvantage. One of those was a natural 20.
Slinky. Slinky over here.
That dodge.
I'm just mean from a distance.
As you guys have been,
I like to think we're back to back, just dodge and
yeah,
swing.
the two of you
Which is-
like you kind of like took you saw him take his defensive stance, and you kind of like back up against him. So like,
yeah.
and yeah, that's going to end the mimic's turn. That brings us to Winter.
Okay.
Still chilling with a golem, literally.
I am going to reach behind me and pull out my mace,
You do so.
and I am going to make an attack with my mace against it while casting
Against the golem?
against the cube.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Inflict Wounds through that. It says to make him... Oh! I'm sorry, I was reading wrong. I'm just gonna
Okay.
cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay, what does that
Fuck
do?
my mace.
What do I have to do?
Absolutely jack shit!
You make an attack roll, correct?
Uh-huh.
Alrighty, go
It said
ahead.
melee spell attack, so I thought I missed the spell part.
Oh, no, that's just, yeah. Just means you gotta be in melee range. So, make your attack roll.
She ain't flying.
That is a 19.
19 hits. So go ahead and roll damage for Inflict Wounds.
Ain't getting off the ground.
Against
One of
the
those.
gelatinous.
It's true, man.
One of those. And one of those.
I'm the only one I can cover.
That is 16 points of damage against a cube.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh. No, I'm sorry. I need to roll one more. Because it's at second level.
Okay, just give me the added damage.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I've already done the rest. Just that's what you just
Oh. 6.
6, okay.
How much was that total?
24?
Holy shit.
Yeah, not bad.
Getting out
Inflict
of
Wounds
town.
is a gnarly spell.
Yeah.
Let me check something right.
Jesus.
Don't be a ranged weapon.
You're sounding like me over there.
You are drawn to be really, really you.
Yeah. Completely, yeah.
I like to take inspiration.
Does that end your turn?
Am I technically in the cube's range?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
What
it
is-
can, it can lash out with pseudopods.
Alright, I'm gonna. He's frozen?
Jelly slap.
I know this?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay, and that's a cube.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna just shift back.
Okay. The gelatinous cube, as you step away from it, is going to swoosh out with a very transparent, jelly-like arm and try and swipe at you.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be... I don't think that hits 13.
No.
Okay. It misses as you duck out of the way as this slow pseudopod just kind of jiggles out of the jello at you. But you manage to get away from it a little bit. That brings us to
Fuck you, cube.
the cube.
Oh, wait.
Take it back, cube! 10.
No!
Let me check something real quick.
Please check something.
I don't want it.
Was that your full movement
I
speed?
need you to make
Yeah,
a dexterity saving throw.
Is that cocked?
Which one did you roll? This one? No. That's clearly a 7.
You can try to put a D4 on it if
Yeah,
you want.
that's the
It's a slick D4, please.
them's the rules. Oh, that was cracked. Yeah.
Thank Jesus.
Advantage gravity.
Fuck yeah!
God
Now
damn it.
you're
Not 20!
Okay, do you want to be pushed 5 feet back or to the side of the cube?
Back.
Okay. Okay. So you get pushed back 5 feet as the cube envelops your space.
I want you to know he took the bottom out of that cube ready to eat.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, my girlfriend that I love? I don't know her.
Also, quit looking behind my screen.
You were doing it in my screen. you were
That brings us to...
It's fucking rude.
That was just the cube's movement. So, well, no, yeah, that was its movement. So it's going to also try and attack you again with its pseudopod.
Fuck yeah, I do love that they do that. Like so much.
That's a 20.
It's so
A
funny.
natural 20 to hit.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
it hits. I don't want it.
Oh, oozes are so funny.
Can it goop me
No.
with its... with
You
its
take 9
paws?
points of acid damage
Okay.
as the pseudopod flows over you, coating you with acid and burning and shit. It's horrible. You hate it.
I hiss at it.
That's going to bring us to Zaren.
I'm gonna attack the 2 swords floating near us once more.
All right, go for it. Yeah, they're both within your range.
Oh, 13 plus 7.
That
It's a natural
definitely
20
hits.
and a 4. Is that a 4? Yeah, 4 plus 7.
11.
11. The first one hits, the second one does not.
Alright, I'm gonna.
So we'll say you hit this guy.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage for your spear.
Was that a 1d8? Yeah. 8 plus 4.
Whoa! Nice roll on that damage.
Not bad.
I wish it would have been a d20.
12 of it.
But that's fine.
All right, so that sword, as you swing through it with your spear, the tip of your spear actually catches the center of the blade of the sword, and it actually causes it to bend before snapping, and that sword falls worthless to the ground.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Just because that cube is so fucking close to me, I'm gonna use that dodge for my last key point.
All right, you do so.
Yeah.
That is going to bring us to Chuckle.
I hope you kill that sword.
Chuckle.
I suddenly stopped laughing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Silence fills the chamber as the ooze continues to jiggle nearby.
I feel uncomfortable as a reaction.
I do like a tuck dive roll over to my sword.
Okay.
And I prepare my short bow for a fire at the cube.
Did you want to use cunning action as your bonus action to disengage?
I was ready to dodge on that last. I don't know if that'll help with the disengage.
Unfortunately not. That just kind of helps you against any incoming attack rolls that
Party.
would have happened.
So I picked that up.
Which did help you.
For sure. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with not. I think I can.
I mean, it's just your bonus action, so you can still use your action to
for sure. Yeah.
attack if that was
Yeah,
your
I was
plan.
going to short bow attack at this QB.
Yeah, so we'll say as you use your cunning action to roll out of the way, you pull your bow from your shoulder just as you scoop up your sword, slip it back into your sheath, make an attack roll as you attempt to shoot an arrow at this
Please
floating
be a
sword.
good die. I switched. That's fine.
That's terrible.
Doesn't sound
Yeah,
fine
that's,
at all.
that's what is that?
6.
Yes. Is that 15?
Your short bow plus 8.
It's 14.
Yeah, that hits actually.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage for the short bow, which I think is a D6
D6 plus 5.
plus 5. That's not
9.
bad. 9 points of damage. You watch as that sword bing, just ricocheted out of the air.
Fuck yeah.
My dude.
Ooh, are we allowed to flip things off on this? Because I did.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Probably. Hand gestures are fine.
Everybody close
We'll
your eyes.
find out if they're not. If you're a child and you're watching, stop looking. Also, sorry, Mom.
Before I start laughing again, I say, aren't you glad I'm not a banana?
Hell yeah.
Ooh, callbacks.
Absolutely
Love
you
them.
do.
We love the color.
All right,
And
Chuckle.
I accept your inspiration point, and I put it into my pocket as a free action.
No, yeah, for sure. I didn't bring
No,
those
no,
with
you're
me.
fine. I'm kidding.
No.
They're in
Here,
my bag.
take a d6 inspiration.
Ugh.
So
Lots
you can,
of hands.
Oh, that's fine.
The chips are in my
You can
bag.
add
I take this
you can
back.
add that to any attack roll, ability check, pretty much whatever. That is going to, except for damage. That's going to bring us to the stone golem yet again. Who?
Bring it on, big boy.
Let's find out.
Still
All
have
right.
these other swords about to break out of this on this next round, I think. Yeah, like after this next roll, they're going
I
to be free
don't
and.
love
Oh,
that.
okay.
Well,
So, the golem actually manages to break free
yards.
from the ice,
Yards.
and he's going to attempt to grapple you, Rhalka.
Have you been hit?
Cough.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If you could make me either a dexterity. Oh, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, hang on just one moment. We're gonna
Wait, what is
find
this?
out
What is
if
this
you
for
still
again?
have that. I gave her shield.
The shield of faith. Yes.
Uh,
So yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna say the DC is 10 because I don't remember how much damage you took, but I don't think it was that much more than
It
that.
was 9 points.
Okay, then yeah, DC 10. If you succeed, which you do.
It's 10.
Perfect.
So you still have
So
that.
you still have those that benefit.
Okay.
Okay,
But
I
this
need
is
you to make either an athletics check or an acrobatics check, your choice. Probably athletics, I would guess.
Yeah.
Against the golem.
19.
It's a 22. So the golem manages to grapple you, and it reaches down. You try and grab it, similar to what you saw your strange alligator-like friend do. You reach up and grab its hands, but it manages to get the stones around yours, and it's going to attempt to throw you at the gelatinous cube. So that's going
Is that an
to
attack?
These roommates work well together.
Right?
go ahead and. He's technically making an attack roll at disadvantage on the gelatinous cube, with you as the weapon, if that makes sense.
Okay. Does that mean I do damage to the fucking gelatinous?
1d4 it should
Possibly.
be.
One more.
Let's roll.
I'm trying to get my personal inspiration point up.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. So, you all watch as these two large, almost titans within this room lock against each other before the golem shifts its weight, and you watch as it does, the ice breaks from beneath its feet as it manages to get its hips around just like it needed to swing and toss Rhalka at the cube. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because you're flying through the air. So you roll twice and take the lower.
Oh, thank God, that's a soft. Okay, so
One
9.
more time. Take the roller one. Lower.
You said 9?
9 and then 10, so 9.
Okay. That unfortunately does not succeed, and you
You
watch
just want
as
to put someone in.
Rhalka. You don't just use a cube and not suck people up.
It makes the
Also, look
point.
how neat that is.
That is so neat.
That is
Did you want
actually
to put
really
it
good.
That's real
closer to
neat
the
for you.
fingers?
Taking
It's
all that,
not neat.
taking all that acid
Isn't that
change.
great for you?
It is.
Does that feel
It'd
good?
be great for you guys too.
Yeah.
Did you get the help you wanted?
All right.
Only one person can fit in there at a time, right?
So, the gelatinous
It depends.
cube.
With the
It
size
can
of
hold.
this one.
It can hold 4.
It can hold up to 4
Normal
medium,
size things?
up to
Yeah.
4 medium or smaller creatures, 1 large creature. You're all technically medium creatures.
Wait.
She
Wait.
counts as a large creature.
I'm a large.
Yeah, she's a large.
I'm a large creature.
Okay, then it can only contain her at the moment.
Fuck it up.
But we have to, but we also have to be careful because she can take damage while inside.
Okay. Gently fuck it up.
Fuck it up, but precisely.
Very, very
Can that be the
accurately.
name of this episode? Gently fuck it up. That's good.
You take 14 points of acid damage as you are tossed inside of the gelatinous cube and it engulfs you.
Bullshit. Hold on, man.
What about from within? I'm not entirely sure on gelatinous things.
So-
that's just a question.
You can't breathe. You are restrained.
Worse.
So you can hold your breath up to your Constitution modifier minutes, essentially.
That's a lot of time, though.
Yeah.
For
Each
what we're
round
doing
is
now.
6
You have,
seconds.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You probably have a good constitution anyway.
So, you are also technically restrained. What that means is your speed becomes 0, so you can't move. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. And you also have disadvantage on dexterity saving.
Still berserk. Still rage.
Still berserk
Okay.
within the cube. So
You can still hit the cube
Yeah,
from
yeah.
within the cube with
yeah,
rules.
you'll still
Slashing
fight it
out,
from the
yeah,
inside.
Yeah.
All
Just
right,
roll really high.
that ends the stone
Ain't so
golem's
bad in the
turn.
cube. You know where you're at.
That brings us.
Position to also maybe name this episode. It ain't so bad in the
It
cube.
is so bad.
Fuck it up gently.
Let us know in the Twitch chat what you want this episode to be
Yeah, create
named.
a poll.
Technomancer, if you want to get on that.
Whoa, snaps.
It was not-
We don't snap here. We do not snap here.
I gently asked him for a beer earlier. That's gently fucked up.
Okay, so that brings us to Rhalka. What would you like to do? You're inside a cube, and you are still magically compelled to attack this cube that's surrounding you.
While she's in the cube, she can't hit any of us, though.
I feel good.
Which is a
Yeah.
fair point.
I am still berserk, so that is the closest creature to me.
And it may be for a while.
The closest thing to you is enveloping. It is your new space.
And if I
That's
attack-
metagaming, is what I
Your
just
attacks will be at disadvantage, but you can make them reckless to even it out to a straight roll.
We're gonna do reckless. Oh wait.
Alrighty.
You can't.
Wait, hold on. Can things get double advantage?
No, it doesn't stack,
Okay. Then yeah. Then we're gonna do
but it does
reckless.
cancel out. Advantage and disadvantage cancel to a
You'll
straight
just
roll.
be a normal.
So I'll be at a normal attack roll.
Yeah.
Attacks against me will still be at advantage.
Yes.
Okay. And I still get 2 attacks.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and make your 2 attack rolls with your axe of berserkers.
Alright, so that one's the first roll. So that's 21,
21 hits for sure.
but I'm at disadvantage, so that is.
It's a straight
So
roll, but
that's-
you've got
Oh
2
yeah,
attacks.
21. So 21.
That hits, and you've got 2 attacks, so if you want to roll your second attack, we can do damage all at once.
And 14.
14 also hits.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll 2d12.
yes.
Add, I believe,
Yes.
10.
She made it out sooner than we
Never
could.
mind.
They're also like, they literally don't have a brain. Like, they just,
Yeah.
they have a nervous, they're
They're like
jellyfish.
pink.
They're
Yes.
jellyfish on land.
Gigantic too. It's not a mid.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then don't forget to add your strength modifier twice.
Ooh, okay. So that's 12.
That's a 9.
Okay. 12 plus 2 is 14.
And you are still raging.
11?
19.
19 total? Alrighty.
Hold on. Wait, no.
No.
No, hold on.
No. So
Hold on. Math. Okay.
I
12
believe you.
plus 2.
14.
14. Okay.
Plus 9.
Plus 9.
23.
Oh, yeah, because 1 credit. There we go.
No.
So 21.
So is it higher than 19 damage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just overall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all watch as from within the cube,
Yay.
Rhalka, she kind of floats there for a moment and looks around a little confused before bringing her arm out with the axe, and with a hefty swing, she swings around and actually chops the cube.
Get me out of there.
As you do, both halves,
Thank you.
as your axe passes through them, just kind of liquefy and melt onto the ground.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
And Rhalka is freed from
Do
the
I
gelatinous cube.
Still get
clearing
a
from the board.
movement?
Technically, yeah.
Okay. Nothing is close to me.
Bold.
I would like to
no.
make sure I turn and look at this creature because I'm still berserk and I didn't want to hit you.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'd like
Yeah.
to turn here and then
You have a little bit of
move
self-control in there, Hulk.
closer.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get back into his
Got a
melee
little
range.
bit
For
of
sure.
like knows the range. I like that.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't hit you.
Also-
Because you already taken. Like
Unless the cube did kind of bend your biz.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're good. All right. That's going to bring us to Raythian.
Here's what Raythian does. This is what Raythian do right now.
How do Raythian do?
Raythian turns to the center of the room. Rotates.
What?
Full action. Apparently.
Yeah, that's just a rotate. You haven't used any movement yet.
Out of the corner of my eye, I cast a little gaze at Scaredy Boy
This
Sword.
way.
Scaredy Boy Sword.
Still terrified.
Still terrible.
Shaking in his hilt.
While I look at him, I spend my second sorcery point to twin spell Witch Bolt on both of these.
Okay, so technically these two are within a wall of force, and nothing can pass through that.
Okay.
Nothing magical. I think it's just air.
Well, then I just take a little gaze at that sword,
Just
who,
breathable air. Yeah.
who I am saving for last, and I still, because I already wrote down the mark on here, still twin spell, but both at the same boy right in front of me.
With his back to you.
Witch Bolt.
I'm gonna say.
You can say no. You have to pick two targets, but I don't have any other.
I think they have to be
you-
separate
The
targets.
sword. The scaredy boy sword.
I mean, you could twin spell one at the
No.
sword and one at the golem.
Yeah, just
No,
fucking
I'm-
flip them.
I'm literally saving the sword for last.
Golem and then one of the unkilled.
Gollum. Yeah, I forgot about Gollum.
This guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Golem.
Yeah.
Okay, I
The golem
twin
and
spell
a carpet.
because
Oh,
Because
this
this
isn't
is
the thing.
homeboy.
This is a sword.
No,
That's my sword.
That's her great. That's her great sword. I mean, we still need it there.
That's
so.
my sword. No, but like Golem and then one of these.
carpet.
These
Yeah, there's still
carpets.
carpets.
Carpet.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The round one.
I
That,
do.
that one's dead,
Oh,
and then that
these
one's
two are
dead.
dead, but there's
Oh,
two
yeah.
left.
Yeah, there's two left.
So I do exactly that.
Dead.
So Gollum and this carpet. I like runners more.
Baby.
Alrighty. And what's the
I'm witch bolting, but
Right.
but I am spending it as a level 2 slot, which adds an extra D12 if I hit.
Hell yes. Go
Instead
ahead
of spending it as a level 1 slot.
Yeah.
I get 1 D12 per which slot I spend it in.
yeah, go ahead and make 2 attack rolls for your twinned witch bolt.
Okay.
Just let me know which one is for Golem and which one is for. Rug.
This one is for Golem.
I don't believe
Okay.
guys should have to do this. I don't think they should have to work this hard.
I like it.
Golem is 17.
17. That hits. Just hits.
Fuck.
I'm learning things about this golem.
Yes, you are. You're in combat with it. That makes sense.
And Tiny Carpet is this boy.
Yeah.
Tiny Carpet is 27.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Okay,
Definitely,
so
definitely.
And roll. Go ahead and roll
Definitely
2d12.
Definitely.
it's 2d12 lightning damage. I don't know if that affects anything.
Right.
But it's 2d12 lightning damage.
Good to know.
Unless
Wrong one.
yeah. Whatever. I didn't pick a heritage because you can like deal damage as a heritage on a different thing.
Yeah.
So 2d12, 2, sick. 12.
12 points.
Do you want me to roll 2 more, or do you want to just do 12 to both? It's up to you.
Go ahead and roll 2 more. That was to the golem, right?
Yes. 9.
Come on, 12.
12. That carpet just got fucked up by lightning. But I do want Sword to know that I'm thinking about him while he's.
Yeah, and you watch as this carpet just.
The sword
Tatters.
watches too.
Nice.
Yeah, the sword sees it all.
So,
Yeah, just
Just
whoa. Yeah.
You know when lightning hits a carpet.
Yeah, and it's like
whoa.
Yeah, and then it was 9 damage to the golem.
Yes, got that.
Cool. No.
All right, that is going
How's
to
he
bring
looking?
us
How's
to
that golem looking?
the golem. He seems fine. That's going to bring us to the mimics, which there's 3 left technically.
3. They're still
This
in
lasts
for
10 minutes, right? Or is it 1 minute? What is the duration of the
What was the spell?
It says 1. We should be getting close, but I still don't think they're out.
Oh no, yeah. 1
Yeah.
minute is 10
10
rounds.
fucking
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's
10 minutes.
been like 3. So they're gonna just keep pushing their ball forward.
They are very bold.
Yeah, man, they're really working at
They're
it.
trying.
Trying.
I
That's
just
gonna,
realized that the last thing, everybody on the walls in the last room could have been the people that came here first. That just absolutely did not hangman well. On a pretty easy fucking.
Yo, that was the point. Like anytime we missed one, our leg popped up
For
on the
sure.
wall.
So
yeah.
we missed our last troop that came through here
Yep.
onto the wall. I just like it hit me like last round before the break, but I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Winter. What you doing?
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians directed at that golem.
Neat. What's the range on that? I'm pretty sure you're good, but I just want to make sure.
Right?
I think it's centered around you.
This carousel is lopsided.
Distance of 15
We haven't
Okay.
moved in a
So
minute.
we're gonna say you're on this square.
for up
'cause-
to 10 minutes.
Also, make sure you're placing yourselves inside of squares, because when you're on the corners like that,
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
For sure. What about that golem?
Yeah, he's right
He's
here.
been halfway for a minute.
You
Okay,
guys
so
are
yeah,
in.
they got space.
Oh wait,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you got back up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Okay,
to be in
so-
that phase.
So yeah, if you like move one square this way, then that'll put him in it. It doesn't hurt people that are friendly to you, correct? Only those you choose
I
as
can
targets?
choose. I can choose any number of creatures, so
Okay.
none of my
Yeah.
allies.
It affects the enemies, clearly.
Yes. And they take form of tiny dragons, tiny white dragons.
Okay.
And it is 3d8 radiant damage if he fails a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Let's see how wise a golem is. That's not very.
Not very.
I feel like can't.
You're good or neutral?
I'm good or neutral.
That's a 15 to save?
Ha! You failure.
Okay.
Jeez. Got him!
She says it in an elevated York voice.
Ah, you failure.
I can't help.
3d8.
It'll be a soft death.
So.
Damn.
16?
15?
12 plus 4.
16 points of damage.
I can only do 5
Ooh.
plus 7. Where my math
You got us halfway there. You got us halfway
Radiant
there.
damage.
Okay. So, you all watch as your holy symbols on your shield? Mm-hmm. So you all watch as Winter holds forth her shield with the emblazoned silver dragon atop it, and as she does it begins to glow and emanates out, and 15 feet around her is a small vortex of tiny white dragons flitter around her, and as they collide with the golem and almost pass through it, you see them kind of like nipping at it, and you watch as the frost begins to kind of crack away at the stone. That brings us to, unless there's anything else you'd like to do on your turn.
I will just stand.
Okay, you do so.
I will just be happy that I did that.
The cube is dead,
Fuck that
which
key.
brings us back to Zaren.
I'm gonna move within weapon range so I can
Of what?
of the golem.
The golem? Alright, so you've got 10, 15, 20. Easy.
Easy.
And then I'm gonna
Smack that motherfucker.
try again with this.
Beautiful.
Come on, shit. Alright, that's 8 plus 7 and 10.
So 15, which does not hit, and a 10, which also misses. So as you make your way forward and slash with your spear, you hit the golem, but your spear just kind of deflects off the strange curvature of his golem
It sounds
stone
like this.
body. Pretty much.
A bit. Yeah. Well,
Maybe not as
Bit of
glassy,
Foley.
a little bit.
Foley work, baby.
Is he
maybe more
distracted?
like a western, like.
That would be
I can
cool.
see that.
Is he distracted enough for me to move away, or would he have an opportunity?
He would get an attack of opportunity, but you can certainly try.
Does my dodge still go into effect since I still have that key point, or was that just once per turn?
That was until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So that ended at the beginning of this round.
Okay.
The dragon's still kind of.
They're still swirling, yeah.
I will stay there.
Okay. I didn't know if they were
Cool.
playing in.
I just don't want to get killed by
Chuckle.
the Goliath.
He laughs quietly to himself. Apparently. Pulls the bow, ready for this giant.
Alrighty. You take an attack on the Goliath?
I do.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Wait, I'm a Goliath. You mean Goliath?
Oh, I'm sorry. On the goal. Yeah. Apologies.
Don't hit me!
Apologies.
I laugh and hate my friends suddenly. Start firing. That's a 19, my man.
19 definitely hits.
Yes,
so,
sir.
go ahead and roll damage, and don't forget to add an extra 2d6 for sneak attack, because you're a rogue, boy.
Oh.
And he's being threatened by your friends, which means you get to sneak an arrow in when he's not seeing it.
Oh, nice.
So that's 3d6.
Yes.
I should have asked him at advantage.
Done did it. That's 11.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
11.
16?
16.
I think, was that just your sneak attack? Just
No,
now?
it was-
I think he has 3d6
Is it
of
3d6 at
sneak
level
attack.
5?
I wrote it down somewhere.
I got 1d6 on short bow.
Wherever you wrote down sneak attack, or I wrote it for
That's the
you.
first
Yeah, that's 3d6.
3d6. Okay, so yeah,
So,
roll
yeah.
another d6 and add that to that 16.
Sorry.
No, you're
No
good.
worries.
Thank you for letting me know.
17.
17 points of damage to the golem.
Excellent.
17 points
It
of
helps.
sneaky
Yeah,
boy
it's just
damage.
formality, this one.
I need a calculator.
These cursed these.
What you need? What you need?
Got it. All
Okay,
right.
never mind.
Oh yeah, he can't tell us what
Okay.
he's doing over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's going to bring us to, unless there's anything else you'd like to do on your turn. Still got bonus action movement.
I'd like to position myself a little bit in this direction to
Okay.
get ready for these boys being free.
Yeah, how long until they're free?
I want to say it's this next
Wild?
It's
turn.
No, it's been like what, 4 rounds?
It's been.
It's been. Yes, I think it's been like 4 rounds. So they still have 6 rounds before they.
Are they taking damage this entire time? Because I
No,
keep
they
reading
take-
this over and over.
They
and
take
over.
the initial damage,
And
but
then
then
they're
they're
just
trapped within the wall of force.
and nothing gets through but breathable air. So they're just while we kill
They're
this
just
dude.
like slowly pushing it with their floaty body. They're like
It's like
freaking
a
out in
hamster
there.
ball.
Yeah, it's like
What if we set a trap underneath and they walk over it?
Yeah, like what do we? Yeah,
they're technically hovering.
yeah, they are
Levitating.
they are
Also, I
levitating.
mean, we couldn't attack through the things.
Yeah, they weigh 1 pound. We can't attack through. They
So
so they're just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I wanted them out of the equation while we were fighting
No,
big shit.
no, we,
No,
we
it
My
makes-
apologies.
It makes a huge amount of sense.
does that end your turn, Chuckle?
Yeah, I just kind of want to keep an eye on these two while someone's being intimidated and while this dude's being surrounded. I'll just keep firing.
Okay. That brings us to the Stone Golem yet again, who now a new player has entered the fray. He's going to turn, feeling some spear action clanking off of his own body. He's going to turn and
so
use his
hostile.
first smash attack against Zaren. Attempt to. That is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Well, I hope. No offense. I hope 21
22,
hits
yeah.
you. Like, level 5s. I hope you're not fucking.
Right?
Nope, 21
Jesus.
does not hit. Way off, buddy. You have to hit 38 to hit me, buddy.
He rolled that twice.
That's 11 points of damage for the first attack, and then he's going to.
Machi.
And he's going to swing his second arm down at Winter, who's been kind
awesome.
of fucking up his whole life. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
All right.
18 doesn't fucking hit?
As he swings
No, it
down,
sure does
Winter
not.
Winter reaches up with her shield and just blasts his arm out of the way.
Jesus, yo, you're
Yeah.
strong as
And
shit.
as you
Yeah, you
do,
guys stay close to the fight.
yeah, as you do, his arm kind of smashes down, and you all watch as it deflects off of her shield. It kind of leaves a crater in the ground.
Oh, neat.
That is
I
going
laugh.
to bring us to Rhalka.
So some gentle questions. Flanked, yes.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
technically
He's turned away from me. Do I get sneak? No.
You
No.
are not a rogue, so no.
Cool. Right. Just checking.
No, you're good.
But he is flanked, so you do get an advantage. Yeah. All right, we're gonna try a double attack.
Go for it.
I'm at advantage. Is that advantage at both of them or just one?
That would be for both of them, and make sure you roll your d20. You've got the 12 again.
Always, forever. All right. Alright, I don't like that one. Alright. The first one is a 15. That
15?
doesn't hit.
15 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But go ahead and make your second attack.
That's 16 plus 9, so that's 25.
I'm gonna assume that hit.
Yeah, we're gonna
25
But
hits.
you might
25.
crit,
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I just wanted to see.
Yeah, you might crit. No, roll the second one. You might crit.
I did. It didn't. 25.
All right.
So, that's
So
what?
go ahead and roll 1d12 plus your strength modifier plus 1, plus 2 for raging. So many numbers for barbarians.
Okay. 8 plus 4, 9, 11.
All right, 11 points of damage to Stoneboy. That's going to bring us to Raythian.
Here's what Raythian do.
What do you do?
Oh, you should fade.
Here's what
I'm
Raythian
sorry.
do.
No, you're good.
So I have 30 speed. I think that puts me just within range, right? 1,
Do you want to kick
2,
my sword too?
3, 4, 5.
That's, 25 feet. That gets
Yeah,
you there.
so I can get there.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Oh man.
This is the moment. I lock eyes with the sword that doesn't have eyes.
Yeah. You actually do see there's kind of, the blade kind of reaches up with the teeth, and then on the hilt, the two parts that come out kind of curl, and there are two eyes.
Yeah, I was immediately imagining the crooning sword from Roger Rabbit, but now I'm seeing a different sword.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little different. It's more John Carpenter.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
A little bit blade along,
Yeah,
or
very
the
The
teeth
Thing.
along, and then...
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
like when it opened its mouth, that was like that rib.
So
the
it's hanging
ribs.
upside down,
Yeah.
and yeah, okay.
And here's what I do.
Okay.
So he knows that I mean business. I am casting Burning Hands, not as a level 1 spell. Spending a second level spell slot
Hell yeah.
for Burning Hands to gain a little extra damage.
For sure. And that is a dexterity saving throw, or do you make an attack roll? If you're getting burning hands.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And even if he doesn't make it, I still deal half
damage?
damage.
Perfect. That is an 11, which I don't think saves against your...
16? No, it does not.
Alrighty, so go ahead and roll damage, and he will take it in full.
Sure. Let's roll my 4 d4s, and I wanna kind of like.
Is it D4?
Is it D4?
No, it's d6. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
4d6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I cast it one spell slot up, so
Right.
it added d6.
Cast.
But I want to do the kind of moment, like it happens in movies sometimes, where like right before, like a bad guy or someone like kills somebody else, where they do kind of the caress thing.
Oh yeah.
Like I wanna walk up to the sword and like be like, I know.
Yeah, it's
I know exactly what you're thinking right now. And you're right. You're absolutely right.
I don't like that we keep.
James, you're on mute if you want to
sorry.
make contact with the audience.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, we're on the blue one.
You're absolutely right. This is the last touch that you're ever gonna feel.
Oh, man.
This is the last voice you're ever gonna hear. Because I was here for you.
Okay.
Let's hope. I'm at 2 damage so far. 8 damage. 13 damage. 14 damage.
That was...
You still listening, sword?
Oh shit, I thought that would work a little
So
bit.
you walk over and you have this whole moment with the sword as you kind of caress it, just under its eyes, before grabbing the hilt at the very like pommel and shooting a gout of flame upwards towards the ceiling, and the sword, it's very like Roger Rabbit, like into the dip. The sword just kind of like shakes before melting over your hand.
Hey, don't bring up the dip, man. That fucked me up when I was a kid. I was afraid of soup after that movie.
And that sword is extinguished.
Goddamn right it is. Sorry, that was for flavor. I probably should have helped y'all with the golem or whatever, but I was doing my own thing.
Oh yeah, just
There's like 3 of us.
just for the sake of that, we'll just say that you took those full 6 seconds to have that moment and destroy the sword, and that is your turn. That
And now
brings us-
I'm emboldened now though. Like I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you've accomplished something here today. That
And I
brings
hope
us to
y'all heard that shit.
these guys, which are going to move 10 more feet forward in their little ball. And that ends their turn, which brings us to Winter. Still facing off with the stone golem. What would you like to do?
I am going to be casting Sacred Flame
Hell yeah, on the golem, I assume?
on
I would hope so.
the golem.
On me, because she did not like what I just did.
I did
I'm
not
really
like it.
fucking up with this axe.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Man. That's
Ooh,
good.
not good. That's 2.
You are doing the pact! And he will take 2d8.
Hell yeah, not bad.
Let's get that 16
Fire
going.
damage.
Let's get
Oh,
that
radiant
16
damage.
going. That hot 16.
One's an
No.
ace.
Is that one fucked?
Yeah, that's fucked. Based on the last one, that's fucked. DM?
DM.
I'm gonna
Damn.
just say
Just call
that's
it-
fine
call
because
it not fucked?
I can
Okay.
I
clearly
don't
see
know.
what it's supposed to be.
Put that 4 on there. That's fucked. That's fucked, man. Based on the last one.
I don't think it's
It's not fucked. So 11
We
points
gotta
of
get
radiant
slippery or
damage.
fucking forced.
Alright.
Wait, that's mine.
The pink one.
Yeah.
It was
I don't
already
know.
over here.
These are all kind of around. They ain't nobody's.
Okay.
They ain't mine's.
That's gonna bring us to, unless there's anything else you'd like to do on your turn, you've still got movement, bonus action.
No, there's nothing else that I can do. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stare this golem in the eyes like lizard tongues.
Hell yeah, you do so. Your tongue awkwardly flicks out of your mouth. It makes everyone around you uncomfortable. That brings us
No,
to...
Hey,
As a free action,
hey, just a sec.
as a free action, I'm clearly into some real freaky shit, so that doesn't fuck me up at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He
Part
kind
two,
of, he
alligator
kind of,
tongue.
yeah, you see like, what is that, like,
Oh yeah, they're normal tongues.
kind of
you
down.
see like
I'm
30
a
feet
dragon.
across the week.
I just caressed the sword to death.
Yeah, 30 feet
I'm
across the way.
kind of
you see
fine
him
with
kind
the
of,
tongue going on.
That's going to bring us to Zaren.
Hit that fucker.
Hit that fucker.
Slam him.
Hit that.
You got one
Stop
big
rolling-
stone
stop
boy.
Rolling bad
I'm
and
just
hit
gonna,
that
just gonna
motherfucker.
look at you real weirdly for a second.
Roll better, dude. Use that gravity. Use that gravity. Feel it, dude. Give it a kiss.
It's not on my side.
Also, heads up, this is the top of the round. That puts us at halfway until the 5 more rounds until the swords come
Yes, 5 more.
God, we just have to get around them and wait for him to pop
Yeah, like
out.
they're not gonna do nothing for nothing. They're just gonna float around and be
So
annoying.
15 and
They've been Kirby'd.
I'm gonna ice that
15
fucking
and
thing.
what's 15 plus 7?
It's already been iced.
22.
22.
Okay, so 22 and 15.
Ignore the 1.
22 and a 15?
Yeah.
15 misses, but the 22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that one.
Throwing,
Slam them, dude.
Throwing
Roll
all these-
dams. Roll dams on them.
throwing all these dice away after this. Okay, so
Put that dam on them.
damn.
Dam them up. That's
4
fine.
plus 4.
So 8 points of damage.
Hey, damn.
Not terrible, not terrible.
And
And you guys see now the stone golem is starting to look a little rough.
Party.
Bits of him,
March.
large chunks have been removed. He
Good.
seems to be a little bit
Is
sluggish.
there anything I can do with the
Good,
BD4
good.
situation?
I'm sorry?
Is there anything I can do to impede their movement? I mean, they're annoying as balls.
Unfortunately not. They're kind of contained within
Yeah.
the sphere, but they can roll the sphere.
So annoying.
that's it.
Like,
All
Like
right.
a little hamster ball?
Yeah.
Little
I
hamster
guess
ball?
there's less of us, so.
That brings us
I know,
to
it's kind of a manageable amount now. It's just kind of annoying.
Chuckle.
Yeah, Chuckle laughs uproariously. He loves it to death. He
As a
saw-
free action.
the free action, he died laughing even louder at this sword burning up. But he wants to fire another arrow at the big one.
All right.
That's about as close as I'm willing to get
Go for
to
it.
berserk and that.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is a nat 9. That's a 17.
Critical mediocrity.
Was that 14 you said?
17.
17 hits.
Yes,
Go ahead
it
and roll
does.
damage.
Whoa!
I know.
No, we're going
Okay.
It's
And you
Just
will
the
get sneak
15
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a new round. Your
17.
sneak attack refills.
4, 6.
Yeah,
Yep.
46.
46. Damn.
I'm getting there.
Rogue
Still trying to
one.
get used to my other character, which you can see later within the next week.
October 6th.
7 p.m.
Still trying to get used to that one and this one.
And I'm gonna have to watch that live stream.
That's 16.
Not bad at
I'm
all.
fine.
Plus your dex.
Plus my dex, shit, 21.
21.
Machi.
Get bloody, Rocky boy.
All right.
Good
So paint us a word picture. How do you, with a single arrow?
I
Oh,
see
God.
I see her shield kind of in the way, and I
Guys,
want
this
to
is
duck a
bad.
little bit in between. I want to duck in between my two friends here and fire an arrow right into the rib cage. I want to get like I
fine.
see the gap that's about to open, and I fire that arrow
Okay.
right in there.
Okay, so as she's just, I think, inflicted wounds. I forget what you did last time on your turn.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame. So as you see this burst of radiant light beneath
Yeah.
the golem, after shooting it out forth from her feet,
And
from
a
her
burst
shield,
of soap opera light
Yeah.
from the back.
Winter kind of pulls back a little bit with her shield.
I
aimed at
anticipate
you.
this gap, and I just
Yeah, you anticipate it, and you actually pull off to the side, and you release your arrow, which then bounces off of Winter's shield and
Yeah.
deflects up into the golem's stomach.
yeah. it
And
does.
as it does, you hear almost like the sound of glass shattering. And as you do, you see a few kind of like bits of sparkly kind of dust come out from the hole where the arrow struck in his center. And the golem kind of stops for a moment before his arms fall to his side, and he falls backwards.
Get out of my fucking town.
I would like to look over my shield at Chuckle and just be like, "You have fucked him, my friend. Good work."
And,
You have fucked him, my friend. I return.
so at this point, we'll go ahead and drop combat. I assume.
I do want to ask one question.
What's up?
While the shield is up, it prevents magic from entering or exiting.
The wall of force stops everything but
Everything.
breathable air.
But
so,
breathable
so like
air.
sound can pass through
You
technically.
could probably fart on it.
Oh man, you should have been a guard.
You could probably fart in a bag on it if you want to.
I'm wondering. So does that mean you cannot teleport into the radius?
You can certainly try.
The radius is 10. and
I
they're
would like-
they're both taking up 5.
I mean, they're both within.
Yeah.
I would like to try to
You can just hop in a blender. Yeah.
I would like to try to teleport within there.
Are you using your
Circle.
Misty Step?
I am using Misty Step.
Okay, so we'll drop combat. We'll say you have time to walk across the room. Still about 5
Still one
minutes.
active
Because we're all
carpet. I
just-
want to throw that out there. Still one active carpet.
Still 30.
Yeah, I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck
So
about
like. There's one active carpet that you guys are carefully avoiding. You managed to actually roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh man.
I love percentiles.
He laughed though.
That's 40 flat.
40?
40 flat.
Okay, yeah, you actually managed to teleport yourself inside of the wall of force.
Okay.
And
What
you find yourself
now?
standing inside. As you do, the two swords within continue vigorously just swatting all around you. You essentially just teleported yourself into a blender.
Sure.
Okay, so they're
that's where
going
I'm
to begin attacking at you. Yeah, you hop in there.
Get all up in that place.
I want to be on this side though.
That's
Okay.
an 18
Hits me.
and a 13.
Does not hit me. The 18
Alright.
hits me.
The 18 hits, so you take 6 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And then just for the sake of this, what would you like to do?
I would like to spend a sorcery point to Burning Hands, both of them. Twin spell.
Okay, technically Burning Hands is a cone, so...
No, Burning Hands is a touch.
Is it
He's
touch?
within a
It's
bubble
touch
though.
distance.
What am I thinking of?
Scorching ray.
Scorching
That's
Ray is
right.
a touch, yeah.
That's right.
Burning
That's right.
Hands is
Yeah.
a touch. That's why I was trying to get literally right next to them.
Okay,
To
yeah.
put my hands on both of them.
For sure, absolutely. So go ahead and roll 2 attack rolls.
Okie dokie. First one is a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The second one is
Pitter patter.
let's get at her.
Apologies.
15. 15 is the second one.
Yeah, that definitely hits. No need to roll damage. They each have 1 hit point left after that wall of force.
So, just so everyone's aware.
These are these weak ass fucking
Yeah, they're just
geriatric swords swinging inside this bubble.